Hello and welcome everyone to another exciting session of Icewind Dale. I am your Dungeon Master, Walkmaniac, and joining me are my ever-present role players. In no particular order, we have Kaito playing Electra.
Yahoo!
We have Inu playing Lark.
Howdy.
We have Nyla playing Alex.
Hello.
And Leo playing Mixus.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Soy bien. Who wants to... when last we left off, who wants to do the recap?
I can. I got it all typed up.
Take it away.
Okay. Last session, a lot happened. We started out at the Hemlock Estate, and we found some kobolds in the front lawn, burning their stuff to keep warm. We interrogated them a little bit, and then let them go into the stables so they wouldn't, freeze to death. And inside, we met Belle and Harpel. Harpel?
Harpel.
And she had some information and some jobs for us. And we talked it over. Long story short, there is potentially a magical tome that has control over ice and cold that could be used to end the rhyme. And then she took Johan with her. I don't think she liked us very much, and so she just left. We continued to play Yahtzee, very important part. Brom comes home, and things get tense. Brom and I almost called my own character in luck. Brom and Lark have conversation. Lark goes to her room, Brom goes to the kitchen, where Alex and Electra do some spying. Alex and Brom don't seem to get along very well. Electra was invisible. Eventually, Alex leaves the kitchen after acting as a distraction, and Altair comes in, folds Brom. Yeah, you guys get along perfectly. I don't think anyone noticed Electra at all, because she was good at being invisible. And, we have a girls' night, basically. Breakfast in the morning, going over old picture books before heading out to the White Lady Inn, where we take part in a seance and ask a ghost some questions. The ghost writes into the window, answers, and we learn that hags have taken the fishermen, and there's a magic cauldron. And after it, we also learn that a bunch of knuckleheads is where the hags are, and do some sleuthing about that. We meet Tython, a drunkard. Electra made out with him for some information. Alex bought a drink for him, and we learned that they tend to sail near waterfalls, and that's where we are now.
Alright, you may take your inspiration.
Nice.
Yes, and you all find yourselves, past the bunch of knuckleheads, the abandoned rowboat. You find a series of caves, and the one thing you notice is there are 4 branching pathways before you. 2 in the northernmost section of this ice wall, here and here, seem to be a 30-foot kind of like elevated climb. There are what appear to be worn handholds and areas where you could easily scale the wall. The one thing that you do notice is that lodged in this wall here is a climbing pick. It's about halfway up. whereas over on this side it appears to be like less traveled and worn. Along this wall here, which is about 20 feet up, there are some claw and scratch marks, but the one that kind of draws your attention is down here, the southernmost path, where you see footprints heading down and away into the cave systems.
Well, friends, which path do we want to take? Up or around?
You said this bottom one down here? Oops. This bottom one down here is the one with the snow prints?
So these two bottom ones have different prints. This one has footprints, and this one up here with the 20-foot wall has claw prints. Like, it looks like something's been clawing its way up and down this cave wall.
Ooh. Electro will point over here and say, I think we should go that way.
Which way?
This one. I won't gonna go over.
Oh, hold on. Let me, Walker, can I tell if either path looks more dangerous than the other one?
Sure thing. Go ahead and make me a survival check.
Let's go. Google, don't fail me now.
Real.
Okay. That's it's a 14. As Leo dies.
Okay, 14. With your assessment, the claw marks here don't necessarily look like they would be of danger to you. They seem more like some kind of overgrown wolf made those, just with the spacing of them as well as like the depth of the claw marks. Doesn't necessarily seem anything like would be a threat to you. A lesser adventurer or party, surely, but for y'all, it wouldn't cause any harm or fuss. These two routes up here seem to be relatively safe because this one has little to no markings of like travel, and this one does have the ice pick lodged halfway up, but the one thing that you notice is there aren't any like indentations in and around the bottom of the ice showing a fall. So it seems like that was just there as more of like an artificial handhold. And then down here where the footprints lead away, there don't seem to be, from your current perception, any drag marks. So it doesn't look like they went against their will.
Sure, yeah, to the party I go, there's no sign of any kind of force here, so my guess is we should probably go whichever route is, safest, instead of following footprints immediately.
Alright, we can go up.
But the down
I point to like where the handhold is, and I go, this route seems like it's been traveled, but not dangerous. So maybe.
You guys got a climbing? You can always drop a rope down if you need it.
Hell yes, I am.
It seems like it's hard to fall around here anyways, so.
Alright.
I think that's this one, right?
Yep, so this route up here with the artificial handhold, as well as like the numerous indents that have been made over the years, it is easy to scale. The book doesn't even list a check, so y'all can just easily scramble on up. For some of y'all, it may take a while, but for Electra and Mixus, who have like fucking redonkulous strength, whose climbing speed would be redonkulous, I assume it poses no threat. Anyway,
Flex is really hard.
I just walk up the wall with spider climb.
What the fuck?
Mike, don't like trip.
You're gonna waste a spell slot.
no,
Okay.
they have it.
Alex, I could pick you up and throw you if you want me to.
I'll also pick you up and
Go
throw.
for it.
Oh my god, me and my exes.
I hold the feet.
Alright, we're up here. Oh, I can make like a little guy.
A little
Um,
guy?
Yeah, like a little guy to like go ahead in case I have any traps. Should I do that now?
Sure.
Sure.
I cast Unseen Servant and hope that I don't need my spell slots for anything later.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, you're. Let me go ahead and put a token on the board for you to control. Let's see. What's a token that I just have readily available that can be moved around? You know what? This is a pretty nice looking one. I'll use this. Shaboingo.
oh my god! What is that?
A friend.
Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. They are
Oh, it's a wolf.
controlled by Kaito. Save settings. Let me know if you can move them.
I sure can.
Alright, that is your unseen servant.
Okay, you can't see him, but he's there, I promise.
Mm.
I know nobody can see it, but I just need everyone to know her unseen servant looks like a little snowman.
Aww.
Beautiful.
Okay, yeah. So I can make him pretty much just go ahead of us in case anything like, whoa, tries to jump out or anything.
Alright. Alright, so as you all send the unseen servant ahead, Electra, go ahead and make me a perception check with advantage.
For sure. Thank God for advantage. I have a +1 to my perception.
And actually, everyone else go ahead and make me a perception check real quick.
Okay. 16 perception.
16, 10,
15.
15.
Leo.
Leo?
Sorry, so random knocked on the door. I was like, who are you? He was like, oh, Sergio's at home? I'm like, no. I was tempted to say I am
Should've
Sergio,
said
and then
yes.
gaslight him into thinking that I've been Sergio the whole time, actually.
That'd be funny.
Anyway, sorry, what was the question?
Perception check?
Sure. Oh my god, fucking Jesus.
You good, Brian?
Nope, that's a failure. Let's see. That's a 8.
Okay. Alright, so for, Lark and, Electra, you are able to move through this, easily enough, and kind of keep your eyes out. Electra, with your, unseen servant moving ahead of you, you see that there is a large bridge up ahead, that is 20 feet above the frozen river, and it is slick with ice, making it look like it would be difficult to traverse. Outside of that, all of you can hear the sound of wailing winds passing through cracks in the cavern above you, specifically moving amongst these pillars that are assembled here and making some kind of strange and haunting music. The one thing that seems to draw your attention, though, Lark and Electra, is that you all, amidst this music, can hear a strange humming from the back of the cave.
Ooh.
Someone's suddenly here.
Yeah, I hear probably some fucked up creature humming.
A little fucked up guy.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. If we want, we can try and cross this bridge up ahead. Or would we take damage if we dropped from 20 feet in the air?
We take 2d6.
What's 2d6? Anyways, okay.
We were taking maximum of 12 damage.
we can
Maybe-
try to set up like a rope to help, like
Oh,
a
fuck.
railing.
Do I
Uh,
have rope?
do I have
I
any
have rope.
spells that can help with this?
I mean, if
Oh,
y'all
yeah.
do give the rope to the unseen servant, it can construct a railing for you all. It just depends on if you all also have pitons and a hammer.
I have.
Oh,
I
I
don't know
have.
if I have a hammer.
Did you just pronounce? Did you just pronounce pitons?
Is that not how it's pronounced? Pitons?
I don't think so.
Item. Piton.
I have rope.
Hold on.
God, have
Then
my rock
we'll-
climber friends been lying to me?
Them
You're probably
little
right.
metal
How is it pronounced?
pitons.
It is
Oh.
piton.
Oh, thank
Damn.
God.
I have a hammer. I have pitons.
I have a lot of shit.
A pitan.
Baton?
Oh, I've been using the British pronunciation of it.
Damn, bro's British.
It's,
I
So,
believe you.
let's see.
Why are you,
Piton
why
is
are
how
you
you say
speaking a
it
made-up
in-
language, dude?
Piton is how you say it in England.
Piton.
Baton.
Oh, no.
I'll go over here and tell my little servant to make a little railing. But can I?
Oh,
What,
let's go.
I know you said there are like wailing winds over here. Is that like normal? Is that like a normal occurrence for these kinds of caves, or is that like
It
ooh scary?
it seems to be a natural occurrence, just because like above these like caves and outside, you know, it is storming because of Oral's manipulation of weather. So as the winds blow through the cracks and openings in the roofs of these caverns, they pass through these pillars, which have like, it seems, carved holes in them, and as they pass through, they make some kind of music.
Oh, okay, cool. So okay.
it's like natural windborne erosion that has created a lyrical phenomenon,
That's cool.
or I guess melodic would be the correct term, not lyrical.
I'm still gonna cast Mage Armor on myself because I don't trust this.
Smart.
It's like, wait, yeah, you're smart. Where's that fucking spell?
Everyone get ready in case
As Nyla's just like, yeah, cool. So Shield of Faith.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing Shield of Faith.
some evil fucking creatures around.
Wait, how long does it last? 10 minutes.
Maybe save
You
it.
could
maybe
wait
save
it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
it's
save
a
it.
bonus action, so it's not like it
It
takes
is.
a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. You. So, just to confirm, so y'all are using, so y'all do have pitons, and you're using them to make a rope, like railing.
Yes, I have
guess.
7 pitons.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, it only takes 4 to kind of like anchor these 2 strips of rope that are about doesn't actually say how far along the bridge is. It's about 2 squares long, so I'd say it's about 20 feet long and about 20 feet above the river. So it's about 40 feet of rope in total to make the railing, but you've just saved yourself damage and an acrobatics check, so good job.
And probably
Nice.
always inside that water. Scary.
Yeah, so you all are able to make it over here, and I'll say this, Electra, as your unseen servant made it over to here to kind of begin anchoring these points, you could see inside this specific cave, there is no like, it seems to be kind of like a dead end. There's no like outcroppings or openings anywhere, but the things you notice is that there is a fire that has long since been abandoned. 3 journal entries that seem to be on the ground, tattered and torn, as well as a sleeping bag.
Steal the sleeping bag.
I was gonna say what's inside the sleeping bag.
Yeah.
I go, oh look, there's papers over there, and then I start looting.
Can I go through the papers, see what they talk about?
Nerds read. I'm gonna steal.
Gross paper anyway, bag.
Anyway, sweaty bag.
That's where all the good shit is.
It is just a fur sleeping bag. It's like a nice little bedroll made of bear fur. Probably be worth like a few coins if you decide to take it back into town and sell it. It's I doubt it would be worth a gold piece, but
I'll
Mate,
take
keep it.
it. I use it as like a blanket.
Yeah.
Cozy.
It's like a shawl on you.
yeah, Lark, you're going over to the pages.
Yeah.
Question, Lark, do you read Dwarvish?
Do I? Let me check. Character sheet. Background. I do.
Perfect. Then you are able to read the markings very easily. They are a couple different journal entries. Which would you like to read first? I will say they do have dates on them. So if you wanted to go like oldest to newest or in whatever order you so fashion.
I'll go the most recent to oldest.
Okay. The most recent says, I think there's someone living in these caves. Shortly after discovering the hot spring, I heard what sounded like a granny singing. When the song ended with a shrill laugh, dread sunk its teeth in me. Ye gods, that horrible cackle. I shall leave these caves in the morning and never return. Then the next entry, which is the second newest, says, the wind truly sounds like a wailing woman. One could easily go mad in this place. And the oldest entry says, these caves are sacred to the frost giants. The carvings on the walls suggest that the giants came here to drown themselves. Did they use the hot spring as a sacrificial pool?
Interesting. It says there's carvings on the wall. Do we see any?
They are not in this room, no.
Okay.
I will say it does specify where the carvings were. It looks like they were in a room beyond the pillars.
Room beyond the pillar. Alright. File that away for later.
But yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything else in this room.
Do you tell us about the giant part?
Yeah, I'll tell you guys what was on the papers.
Walker, can I think really hard and see if that's true?
I mean, you're not a frost giant, so...
Yeah, but can I do like it?
You could roll a history check to see if, like, you've heard of this legend before.
Yeah. History, you said?
Yes.
Okay, cool. That's a big fat 9.
Nice.
Seems legit.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, actually.
Yes, that's true. Frost giants are gay and they would commit suicide.
Oh my god.
Alright. Nothing else in this room, I guess.
Nothing else.
Keep going.
Yeah, I guess we keep going.
Going.
Which route do we want to take?
If we go back here. Oh, no, what little guy.
Just electric phases
Oh,
into the wall.
The back rooms.
Yeah, literally.
Where'd you all go?
You see the sound of reality breaking.
Do we want to try... We could try going this way. Lark, does it say on the papers where the carvings are, brother?
In the room with the pillars.
Well, it's past the room with the
That's
pillars.
Let's go past.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait right here with my servant while they get up on my pitons.
What's your servant's name?
It's, I didn't come up with a name for it. It's just sort of a thing.
Oh.
I'll call
Their
it
name
Frost.
is... Oh.
It's a snowman. You can't see it. Fix it up. It's a
I'll
snowman.
take your word for it.
Yeah.
Alright, you're able to gather up your 40 feet of rope and your pitons, no problem. That way you've lost nothing.
Yeah. Call that resource management.
Absolutely.
I wanna
Just getting
fuck around.
flashbacks to when Hal lost a bunch of shit in his bag.
Nightmare.
What'd you say, Kaito?
Oh, Electra's gonna look around in here while they check out, I assume, this room.
Yep, that would be the room with the carvings. Yeah, the room that you're checking out, Electra, is, like I said, there's just these 3 pillars that seem to be composed of mineral deposits with natural carved holes in them through years of erosion. The only thing of note to them is that currently they are all coated in a thin layer of ice as moisture has dripped down across them and frozen.
Cool.
And then for Lark, you see a bunch of stick figure-esque carvings along the northern wall of the cavern. They seem to show frost giants wading up to a river that contains a pool that has little lines of steam coming off it. And then the next drawing seems to be a giant, gone from vertical to horizontal underneath the surface of the spring. So given the nature of what you know, you assume this is a crude drawing of a sacrificial ritual in which the giants would come and drown themselves in the hot spring.
I guess we should continue on then.
I guess so.
Mm-hmm.
Finding some fishermen.
Yeah, I will say this, since you all cross the bridge and do have the vantage point, you would see that, there is a path down here, as well as one that continues up here. Now, you would have to descend from the bridge, but with your rope and pitons, that wouldn't be an issue. But there are new paths for you to explore, should you decide to. You could also double back and check the cavern over here, or can check this path down here where you saw the footprints.
Do you want to go where there's footprints?
Sounds good.
Might be nice. I don't really want to fight something that has big ass claws.
As long as we avoid the overgrown wolf, I think we're okay. Plus, it seems like the footsteps. My only concern is that the footsteps here seem voluntary.
Alright.
So maybe some kind of charming ahead.
Like
Maybe.
sirens?
That would make sense.
So just,
yes.
just be on your guard and make sure that your mental barriers up.
My what?
Mental barrier? It's like kind of when you go zen and there's it's a. I forget that not all of you guys have done extensive military training.
I was gonna say, what does Zen mean?
The one person in the military? What's that?
Zen? Wait, you don't know what Zen is, Electra?
No.
You guys don't know what
I'm
Zen
Alex.
is? No, Electra just asked. No, I know you're Alex. Electra just said, what's Zen?
I asked that.
You asked that? You sound like
Yeah.
Electra.
Like,
Wait,
thank
no,
you.
I asked that too.
Oh,
What's happening?
Oh.
Oh my god, we're going mad.
good. You're
Zen is. Have you ever been calm before?
Not since I joined the military.
Oh, that's very sad.
Yeah.
Zen is kind of a way of describing inner peace and outer peace. It's sort of a thing that you continually sort of strive to achieve, but it helps when you're engaging with mages and magical effects. Anyways, off we go to footsteps.
Alright.
to footsteps.
Don't worry, we'll be real zen.
There you go.
So I will say, let's go ahead and regroup everybody and move you down. It's not hard to climb back down these walls again. And by the way, real quick, how long does your unseen servant last?
Let's find out. She lasts an hour.
Okay, so yeah, they'd still be out. I'd say it's taken you all, like, traversing wise, maybe like 10-15 minutes to scout this stuff. I'd say 15 minutes because it took you all a while to construct your rope bridge.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't take long to kind of like climb up and explore stuff. So yeah, you still have 45 minutes of unseen servant.
Cool. My little guy can go kind of far. I'll keep him at 50 feet.
I'll say so long as your unseen servant is out, you will have your perception checks with advantage since they will be scouting out ahead for you.
Let's go.
So yeah, as you all continue inwards, can everyone make me perception checks, please?
Fuck.
Do. Fuck.
Um,
26?
13.
Okay, 26, 13. And that's with
18?
advantage, Electra?
Yup.
What was yours, Lark?
18?
18, cool. Then Mike's perception?
I'm rolling perception? Or?
Yeah.
Cool. Watcha! Ah! Okay.
Nope.
I don't know why that noise came out of my mouth. 22.
Okay, cool. So 26, 22, 18, and 13. Yeah, as you all continue down the path, you all are able to see no problem. The tracks continue all the way up into this large frozen waterfall here, where you do see that the fishermen did climb up it. It seems like they, since it is a kind of like sheet wall, there are marks in it from where they used picks and tools to climb up it. Like lodged at the very top of the waterfall are a miner's pick and what seems to be a pack. It looks like they used they had lowered rope down to climb. One of them had climbed up and they had lowered rope down, but then coiled it back up, so it is sitting up there at the top.
How high is it?
They seem
It's about
really
10 feet tall.
That's not too bad.
Electra, can you get Lark up there?
Oh, you want me to? Yeah, lock.
Yeah.
You up and throw you
Okay.
like a football.
Be careful.
I can also throw people.
So just to go ahead and confirm, like Electra is 8 feet tall, correct?
Yeah.
I think Goliath can only be 7 feet tall. Can I be 8 feet tall?
I thought you had set your height to 8 feet.
Let me check. Description.
You can just pick all of us up and put us over.
For real.
Just lower a rope down.
Yeah, this only says I can be 7 feet tall, so I'd be 7 feet.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, 8 feet. You're totally
I was about to
right.
say, yeah, I was about to say your roll 20. I'm pretty sure you said 8 feet.
I'm a clown. Yes, 8 feet tall.
Yeah, then yeah, you're easily able to like hoist people over your head, and they can just scramble on up.
Woo!
See, this is why it's important to pay attention to how tall you are.
It's been like 3 months.
I know. I'm just saying, like, this is for me, the DM. I'm like, yes, a 10-foot sheer rock, frozen waterfall. Remembers that one of my players is literally like 2 feet short of that, and I'm like,
I just gotta get up on my tippy toes.
Wouldn't even have to do that. Like, you could honestly, like, from a standing position, if you just lift your arms up over your head, you could probably put whoever, like, maybe a few inches short of the goal.
Nice.
So yeah, I would say that everyone gets an easy chance to like just step up onto the wall.
If any of you step on top of my head, I'm killing you. I'm breaking your ankles.
So yeah, y'all are easily able to kind of like get up here, because I'm pretty sure that with exception of Mike's, who has their heavy armor, like y'all basically weigh nothing.
Yeah, and my Exus is probably. I think my Exus is stronger than I am. So my Exus can just. Dum, dum, dum.
Well, no, I meant
It's
for the
true.
purpose of like you lifting them.
Oh
But,
yeah, true.
Like even then, I think because they're a gnome, they don't weigh a whole lot.
It's true, I don't.
But yeah, y'all are easily able to get up here and fuck. You logicked my puzzle. How dare you?
You said there's a miner's pickaxe and rope?
Oh yeah, we should.
There's a
take
miner's pickaxe
yeah.
and a explorer's pack that has 50 feet of rope tied to the side of it.
that. Ooh. What's in the pack?
Supplies.
It's an explorer's pack.
Oh,
It's got whatever an explorer's pack has in it. I'm not gonna list off.
Explorer's pack. I'll look it up myself.
It's a backpack, like 10 days of rations, a water skin, a tinderbox, 10 torches, 50
You're
feet
right.
of rope, and I'm
Yeah.
assuming a bedroll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, go ahead now.
Yeah, that was exactly like dot for dot. Except yeah,
That's
yeah. Those you get brownie points.
the horrible truths of memorizing the player's handbook.
Yeah.
That is the one that everyone picks, so I've gotten really used to naming off what you have.
59 pounds.
Oh.
Yeah, I missed that bit, but yeah. Let's go ahead and move Mike's up here with y'all. But yeah.
Do you guys?
There? Oh, sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna ask. Do you guys want me to go first? Because I can't be surprised.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah. So there are two paths ahead of you. There's the one that continues up this way, along the frozen river, and then there is the one where you do see the miner's footprints proceeding inward.
I think we should just follow the footprints.
Onwards to footprints.
Okay.
Let's go.
Oh, I'll take the front.
All right.
Me and Like are chilling in the back. I'm carrying my snowman like a baby. Not literally.
Real quick, I know that Mike said that they're taking the front. This is a very kind of like narrow passage. What is the marching order?
I'll go behind Max's.
Whoa, a little faster than me. I'm married.
So am I.
Yeah.
So we got Mike's at the front, and then we got
Lemma.
Alex behind them.
I think it should be Lark and then Electra, and then I'll put my little snowman behind us.
Alright.
All right, works for me.
Mm-hmm.
Come here, Frosty.
Oh.
All right. As you all move forward, I will need another perception check.
16.
11.
16, 11.
20, not natural.
20, not natural.
I'm gonna get my actual dice out. It's nicer to me.
Gotta make them click clacks.
I rolled exactly what I rolled now.
No, nightmare.
Okay, now it's nice to me. Okay, I can roll on my desk. It's gonna be loud, but
Leo.
Sorry, I just read the saddest thing ever. What's up?
Perception check.
Yes. Sorry. I am resting. 15.
Alright, so I got a 15, 11, a 20 not natural, and then what was yours again, Lark?
16.
16. Okay. Okay. As you all proceed through the caverns, the first thing that you notice is that up ahead of you is a cave that has a higher vaulted ceiling than the rest of the caves. And as you climb up the 2 flights of crudely carved stairs, you can see the cloud drift covering a hole in the ceiling that would normally cast down sunlight or moonlight, shedding the entire area in a pitch black darkness. For those of you that do have dark vision, however, which I do believe is everybody except Electra,
True.
you all are able to see that along the icy floor there are knucklehead trout spines, humanoid skeletons in pieces, the bones of small animals and birds. And up ahead you see scraps of clothing and armor, as well as a few rusty weapons and some fresh blood.
Ooh.
Oh.
How old does the blood look?
It looks roughly... You know what, make me a survival check real quick. I'll go ahead and say as well, the blood is right here, like on the center of the floor. The bones and whatnot kind of like were... A few were littered about the steps, but they were all kind of like made present to y'all, like in here. Like this is kind of the area where everything is situated.
I got a 7.
Gotcha. It appears that the blood is old. It is beginning to dry.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and... Okay, cool. I will say this as well. There seems to be a sizable amount of it. Like more than what would be contained in, say, a single humanoid body.
Oh no, the Kool-Aid man.
And our friend are dead. For sure.
What do we need to bring back to get on job or something?
I think the bodies, maybe? Or just
Yeah.
confirmation.
See if they're alive or not, and if they're alive, bring them back. If they're not, well, that as well as I think they want us to get rid of the hags.
By the way, just because everybody's still where they were left, who is inside the room and who is outside on the steps?
Electra's
Go
probably
inside.
here, yeah.
Okay.
With her little guy.
Oh,
Probably picking out the blood.
Especially because I can't see.
Gotcha.
I assume my Axis is in there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where did... Oh, sorry.
Hello.
Where would you like Mixus to be?
I'm gonna be the front again.
Okay.
No. Mark wanna go out? What's up?
No, we're
everybody
inside
moved into
this
the
area.
room.
So I'll be I'll still be leading the group.
Okay. For Lark and Mixus, as Lark is down investigating the blood, and I'll say Alex as well because you can kind of see this. With everyone's passive perception, as well as the fact that Alex can't be surprised. You all can hear it, but Alex is the first to notice it, as you see a large skeleton in the corner of a gigantic frost giant. And Alex, you see as its eyes kind of like slowly and dimly light up, and fog begins to emit from its mouth as it exhales a long and raspy gasp. And with a jerking motion, it pulls against the ice that holds it in place, and with a loud crack, tears an arm free. I need everyone to roll me initiative.
Fuck.
Let's go. I'll kill you, big ass monster. I'll kill you, ancestor.
Oh my god.
Ah!
Oh.
Combat. Hey, fucking roll, you dumb bitch. Combat. God, bitch!
I'm done with roll 20. Doesn't help me roll nicely.
What'd you roll?
11.
Yeah,
I
I
have
say,
a
you
plus-
wanna,
I have a- I bonus.
yeah, roll that
I'll
shit
roll
physical.
it. I'm
Yeah.
sexy.
Okay.
This music is loud. I'm gonna turn that down.
That is fuck, boy!
I'm also gonna go ahead and skip ahead to my combat music.
You should start playing Mario music.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
There have been combats where I have played Coconut Mall the entire time.
Funny enough, that's what I literally told Inu when they got here. Is I'm like, listen, since I can't really work with the bot, I've just got it muted, so y'all can play Coconut Mall or whatever. I don't give a shit.
Let's go. I'll put both songs
It
on.
won't.
Oh,
It doesn't do.
real fast.
Pancake doesn't do YouTube anymore.
Play
What
coconut.
do they do?
You just got coconut mauled. Send this to your friends to totally coconut maul them.
Why can't I roll on my sheet?
You have to click on your token.
Yeah, you have to click on your token and then click initiative.
Oh,
Oh wait,
roll
on
physical
D&D
dice.
Beyond. Not on thing, right?
what?
You can roll D&D Beyond on roll 20.
Roll 20.
Yeah, you gotta click on your token.
Click a token.
Clicking.
I'm gonna use my inspiration to re-roll that.
I was about to say, y'all can use your physical dice. You do know this, right? You
Oh,
don't have
I
to use
already.
roll 20
I
for
mean, I
initiative.
already rolled. I don't.
Left to.
Am I allowed to?
I will, for this one instance, I will allow a reroll. Jesus Christ, yeah. For this one instance, I will allow a reroll using physical dice for your initiative. So let me know your scores.
That was a nat 20.
That was a 4.
Damn!
That was a nut.
Damn!
I went down.
So yeah, for those of you rolling physical dice, just go ahead and input your initiative into the turn order.
Well, that sucks.
Don't worry, guys. It went from a 10 to an 11.
Mine went from 11 to a 9.
Mine went from 9 to 25.
Holy fuck.
Damn!
And did you want to reroll yours, Leo?
I don't have physical dice with me, so 16 is good.
Alright, yeah, 16. Okay, right. I forgot about that. My bad.
Okay.
Okay, top of the round, we have Lark Hemlock with a 25.
I forgot what I can do. We're gonna hit Skeleton Man with a... Where's my weapons? With a short sword.
Alright.
Where is it? And this is... No, they're not surprised.
They're not surprised, but you do go ahead of them in combat, which does mean if you're using your assassination, that you have advantage on the attack roll.
14 plus 7 is 5, 6, 21 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
And let's see. I don't have enough d6s out.
Scary.
D6. 7 points of piercing damage.
Alright, 7 points of piercing damage. Okay, and that's with your sneak attack?
Yeah. You roll very well.
Alright.
Build score. I have to check real quick, see what feet I have.
You have
Check
to
if I have mobile. I do. Okay, so I'll move away. Bonus action. Over here.
Alright. Anything else you'd like to do?
Nope.
Alright, Mike, since you're up.
Okay. Makes this goes or Rob. No. I'm sorry, it's been such a while since I fucking played this bitch. Okay. Alright. I take out my combo. I grab it with one hand because I'm hot and sexy. And let's see. We haven't hit level 5 yet. What's level 4? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna get into Heaven's Stance.
Okay.
I don't think I've done that yet. So I'm going to smack it real hard.
Alright.
I get an extra D6 if the weapon is two-handed.
Alright.
So let's see. Control the hit. That'll probably do it. It's a 14 plus 7.
Yep, that hits.
Okay, so that's a D8 plus a D6. Nice. Nice. Okay. About 17 points of bludgeoning damage, and I get 5 temp HP. Oh, I get advantage when I'm entering a stance. Let's see if I get out of anything here. Yeah, no, never mind. Nope, that's still 17 points of bludgeoning, and I get 5 temporary hit points.
Alright. So that's how many points of bludgeoning?
It was 17.
Okay.
Manixis takes her bow and goes, alright, here we go again. She fucking jams this motherfucker in the knees.
Okay, cool. It seems like your Kanabo does significantly more damage than expected, as when you aim for his knees, you fully crack clean through one of them.
Oh wow, I'm so sorry. No, you're a monster. Never mind, fuck you.
As it just, like, looks down at its knee, and it's just like...
Whoa, sorry. That's my turn, though.
Alright. Electra, you're up. Oh no, they're dead. Kaito, hello.
I forgot that I was muted. I'm gonna use my action to summon my pack weapon, my cool epic warhammer.
Okay.
Does this guy? Do I know if this guy would be like vulnerable to fire or anything?
It seems like he. You're not sure, actually.
That's fine. I can't do anything else with my bonus action. I'm gonna bonus action tell my unseen servant to like light a torch.
Okay. Your unseen servant begins the process of lighting a torch.
It's really funny because you guys just say like a stick. It actually uses its own like stick hand and then lights it on fire.
You just watch as nothing gets lit on fire.
Yeah. And then that's all I can do this round. And I use my movement to run over, beat the shit out of this guy.
All right, Alex, you're up.
Hi. First I'd like to do Toll the Dead.
Okay, Toll the Dead. What save is that?
It is a wisdom save. I don't know why all my text is white.
That's fine, I can see it.
Key.
Wisdom save. It's a saving throw of wisdom. Wow. Yeah, it would have. If its wisdom wasn't -1, so that's a 15 minus 1, 14.
Yeah, it fails, so you take 6 points of damage.
Well, it is currently. Oh, right, because you did the D12. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it takes
Yep.
6 points of damage.
I would like to then. I'm not gonna move. I'd like to take out my spiritual weapon.
Okay, that's a bonus action.
Yep. And then I would like to hit him with it.
Okay. Roll to hit with that spiritual weapon.
Yes, let me go to it.
Kabonkus.
Sorry, it disappeared.
You're good.
What? Why did it do that? Spirit. It's not spirit. Spiritual weapon. Aha. Come on. What the fuck? You know what? Screw it. That's super mean of it.
Here, let me take a look at it real quick.
You should.
Spiritual weapon. Yeah, that should be second level.
1d8.
spell. Here we go.
I don't know why it looks like that. I'll just roll a 1d8.
It is
Fuck.
Yeah, because you've got the box checked for damage
Oh.
and attack roll. There it goes.
It doesn't hit.
What did you roll on your physical dice?
Let me do that right
Because
now.
you were in the process of doing that while...
Yeah.
Yeah,
What do
which
I
is
get for a
being
plus? Do I plus anything?
Mm-hmm. It's plus your spell attack modifier. This will
So
be
plus-
your wisdom stat plus your proficiency.
Yep. So 6? That's probably wrong. No, it's just 2.
So what did you roll on the physical dice?
12.
So on the physical dice you rolled 12.
Yep.
Plus 7 for your...
Oh. So 19.
Yes, that hits.
Okay, so he takes 13 points of damage.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, he seems to take it like a champ. I will say this, after that hit, as you crack him with your spiritual weapon, which I believe, like, you said that yours takes the place of, like, takes the shape of, like, a golden sword.
Sword? Yeah.
As it cracks him, you watch as the light in his eyes flickers for a bit, but it retains its glow. So he seems to be bloodied, although he doesn't have any blood. Yo.
Oh, wow.
One Piece jokes. Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn? As you have cast your action and your bonus action, you have not yet moved.
I cannot move.
Why?
Because I didn't move. And that's why I was able to cast another spell.
But it's a bonus action.
But I also cast a cantrip.
Yeah, as an action.
Oh, fuck. I guess I can do something
You
else.
can either move or you could do a thing.
I'll just hit him again. Why not?
Sure thing.
Okay. Plus 7. That's... I can do math. 13?
Wait, are you... Okay, just real quick. Are you hitting him with Toll the Dead or Spiritual Weapon? Because Spiritual Weapon, you've already used your bonus action to summon and attack him.
Right. I'll just do Toll the Dead again. That's easy.
Gotcha.
Spellbook. Cantrips.
I'll go ahead and make that wisdom save.
Alright.
And it's a 15, right, as your DC?
Yeah.
Sadly, he does save this time.
Alright, then I'm not even gonna roll.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Alright, so that is your turn. It is now the giant skeleton's turn. They are going to continue to attempt to break free, but they are also going to... let's see, who's done the most damage to it this go-around? I believe that would be Mixus. Mixus!
Yes.
The frost giant skeleton affixes you with its cold, glowing gaze. And I will need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, I'm good at these. She says to herself. Not knowing what these is. Nope. That's a D12. That's a 19.
19?
Yes.
Alright, so you will only take half damage, and you are not paralyzed.
That's fine.
So let me go ahead and roll this real quick. How many of these do I have to roll?
Now that the guy across me with this said, why do white people do that? I agree.
There you go. So half of 33 would be 16 points of cold damage.
Sounds good. Alright, noted.
Alright, and as it attempts to break free, it seems so desperately close to freeing itself, but it is not yet freed. Lark, you are up, and as the top of the round commences, you see something appear in this entryway. As a small sprite-like figure makes its appearance, and I get to roll. I don't get to. I should have rolled initiative for these. Gosh, how do I click this fucking thing? It's so tiny. Tiny Sam little man. Okay. Rolling. Okay, so that's 18. Let's go ahead and reset that initiative real quick. Boom! And at the top of the round, it is Lark. As you see, a small creature fly into the space. It's a small glowing blue sprite.
Does it look hostile?
You are not sure.
Okay. I'll just call out. Looks like we have a visitor, guys. Unsure whether it's a friend or not, but be careful nonetheless. And I'll come up here and hit our giant friend.
Okay.
Uh, 13 points of piercing damage. Oh wait, no, it hit. I forgot.
So what was the
No, I
hit?
just used it. The hit was 19.
Okay, thank you. And then you said it was 13 points of piercing?
Yeah.
That's with sneak attack.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, it is looking really rough there, Lark.
And I'll let our damage-dealing friends deal with that thing while I come over to this thing.
Okay. As you come over to that thing, let me... grab the thing, the Tingus. I'm totally prepared, guys. I always have all my stuff ready. You see an old woman hanging back in kind of tattered furs and rags that she has wrapped closely around her thin and tightly drawn skin, with wild white hair kind of pulled into a bun, and milky white eyes.
I wave. See if she can see her if her eyes are really blind.
She cocks her head and then waves back at you.
Okay, she can see us. Oh, hello. Hello. Is this your giant?
I'm trying to think of a voice here for this. Yes, that's Bentley. Isn't he such a good boy?
I'm sure he's good. His job's defending the home. Can you call him off before my friends kill him? Because if you don't, they probably will kill him.
Oh, yes, of course, I will handle this. And she calls out, Bentley, darling. Tut-tut, that's enough, that's enough. And as she says this, you watch as it's, the glow in its eyes begins to slowly fade as it eases itself back into its placement on the wall. Let me hop back over to a different playlist as we are out of combat. And she just goes, Sorry about that, dearie. Can't be too careful. You know all what kind of crazies are roaming the dales these days.
That's true, and we did invite ourselves into your grand home. Kind of unannounced, I guess.
It's fine, it's fine.
I get over here. I try to make eye contact with Lark and do the like, like hand crossing like my throat thing, like,
Well, she's already seen us. We might as well talk to her.
Hello.
I make a stabby motion. Over here, hiding behind the wall, so she can't see me.
She hasn't done anything, Electro.
Oh my god. Oh.
All right. Let me come into the light a bit to see you better.
Backing up, so I don't trust this
She
little
looks over. She's like, so lovely, such lovelies. Oh, welcome to my home.
It's lovely.
Thank you. The ice makes it a bit cold, but it's home.
Home is where the heart is, after all.
Yes. Truer words were never said.
What's
What
your
happened?
name? What's your name?
Oh, I'm Maud, sweetie.
Maud?
Maud.
M-A-U.
Movie.
Okay.
Are you the only one here?
Yes, I am the only resident of this cave. Well,
Have
outside
you
of
seen,
Bentley, of course. And Charles, and she pats the little blue sprite. That's
have you seen any
looking at-
fishermen? Yeah.
Fishermen.
Or just men in general?
Oh, yes, I've seen them. Dreadful business, that. They began
No, I
creeping up
agree.
into my cave, and Bentley went a charging, and they panicked, and one of them was injured in the scuffle as she points to the blood pool. And she goes, they went running and screaming. Oh, terrible business.
Do you know what direction they went running and screaming in?
I do believe in this direction.
She lying?
Leonardo goes to the map to look at where you're pointing.
She's pointing to a cavern to her.
Oh,
Right.
cool, with the 4 skeletons on the map? Yeah, crazy.
But yeah, I mean, would you like to know if she's lying?
Yes.
You can always make an insight check or cast a spell if you have one that can compel someone
I
to tell the
do.
truth.
I have Zone of Truth, but I don't want to waste spell slots.
That's a fair
Show
reason
your
not.
insight.
I will say, Zone of Truth can't compel someone to say the truth. It can just
Yeah.
make them not say a lie.
That's, yeah. I have calm emotions, but this one lady's pretty fucking calm. That's a 9.
With your modifier?
Yeah. And I have a +7. I rolled a 2.
Oh.
I hate.
She seems to be telling the genuine truth that they were injured and ran off. You get the sense, though, that when she's pointing north, she doesn't actually know where they went. She just, you assume, heard the commotion and came out after the fact.
Hmm.
Do you mind if we go have a look?
Not at all, dear.
Cool, we're gonna go do that then.
Thank you for your help, Bob.
Ah, my pleasure, sweetie. She moves back off and away and disappears around the corner.
You're not gonna kill us, are you?
Perish
like
the
she
thought, dear.
I feel like she would think so if she
Well,
won't.
it's not gonna perish anytime soon.
You know, you should respect your elders.
Yeah,
And
but
no.
I don't trust elders that
Live in caves.
one live in caves, two have this fucking thing. I gestured Bentley as
No,
the
yes,
fucking
Bentley.
dog
Bentley
told.
just looks at you.
Yeah, just,
Yeah,
that's
what
her.
about it?
It's like an alarm system. Instead
Yeah.
of dogs, it's the giant skeleton.
She's an elderly lady. Do you expect her to live here in this cave by herself?
I expected her to live with other people, probably.
Oh, some people
Don't hags
like
usually came in
solitude.
like groups of 3?
Well, it's one of the elements of being Zen that we talked about earlier. Solitude.
Yeah. Do you like solitude?
She doesn't say anything. She walks away towards the direction of the fisherman.
Oh, I struck a chord. Sorry, my axes.
He's gone.
I'll go check out over here too. And bring my little boy.
Yeah, y'all, anyone that wants to who heads over to the frozen lake can make a investigation check.
Investigation.
I'll send him over here.
Hey, my investigation is shit.
Do I
Same
get
for you.
advantage because I'm a little creature?
Huh?
Do I get
Yes,
advantage?
I will give you advantage because of your helpful little maid.
18.
All right, so an 18,
13.
13,
3.
3.
I'm putting this dice away.
If you ever fucking load, let me I'll give you a number. 21.
All right. So I will say this then. Everyone but everyone but Alex is able to notice this as the cloud cover above kind of drifts away, and even though there's no like sunlight or moonlight to speak of, there as a faint amount of like what passes for light in the dales creeps through the slits in the cavern. You notice that these 4 skeletons that you see petrified in the ice are the remains of 4 frost giants. So these are huge skeletons. The one thing I will say as well, for those of you that rolled high enough, which would be, again, everybody but Alex, I do apologize, is that there is no blood trail here. There is no blood trail leading away from the scene. It just seemed like there was a massive pool of blood there. And no blood leading away to this lake where Maud said that the fisherman fled.
Are there any footprints or any other indication someone else had come through, even if the bloody one hasn't made it through?
Nope. There
Okay.
are no tracks outside of the ones you all just made.
Hmm.
I assume Alex's internal monologue is like, something's not adding up. Why
Yeah.
are there no footprints? But Maud wouldn't lie to us. They seem so trustworthy. With the 3 investigation and a 9 insight, just like, this old lady surely can be trusted.
Something's off with that old lady, but I don't know.
Something's off with this lake, but Maud sure is trustworthy.
I think Mom should get her eyes checked.
This is
Something
so
I
great.
know.
Yeah, they were a little clouded.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is a lake, right?
Yeah, it is a, it looks like it is what remains of an underground river that pooled into a large lake system.
I take a little bit of my rations and toss it in the water.
So I do want to. Everything is frozen. So
I
you
don't
do toss.
trust. I don't trust you.
Okay, you
Oh,
throw.
I've been walking all over it.
You throw bread on ice, and it just skids
wanted to
across
see
the
if-
ice.
I meant like meat. My meat rations. I want to see if somebody else could eat it.
Make a nice sandwich.
The meat just skids across the ice, and it gets
Okay.
caught on a bit of a giant's rib cage.
And I go, oh well, this is no man-eating
the-
monster.
Look at that
He's-
man. He's all meat and bones.
Okay.
That's funny.
Thank you.
Yeah, you would think it's funny, huh?
Yeah, I would.
In this economy,
You
yeah.
just threw meat on the fucking ice.
I was making sure that there are carnivorous fish who do eat meat and will hunt people.
Yeah,
Under. Isn't it frozen?
There are. I've killed them before.
I
With
bet.
the ice
Yeah.
frozen. How are they gonna get up?
Ice, to be fair, fish can break
You
ice.
understand that things can be large and break through ice.
Like, I'm skating across, don't worry.
Okay. Do a flip.
No.
The character from the one place called Neverwinter. The fuck is ice?
Is it? Can I see anything over here? Also, I forgot. I can see in darkness.
Oh, you can?
I have Devil's Sight. I totally forgot.
Oh, then yeah, everybody can see. Yeah, you look. That is a small kind of frozen ledge that seems to lead into a underground reservoir where this river is pouring from. Or, reservoir is not the right tributary, I guess. Like it where the water come from, and it's all frozen, but it leads into deeper and deeper darkness and narrower passages.
Oh, scary. Don't go over here, yo. I mean, guys. Anything over here?
No, just a small embankment of packed snow.
I come back, I walk over, I stand on top of the skeleton. I go,
Hey.
nothing there.
Be nice to them.
I like stomp my foot.
You're gonna break it and you'll fall.
Bro,
I'll be alright.
No, you. Please don't do that.
be respectful. They died here.
Hey, hey, I'm the Goliath here. These are my ancestors. I can walk all over them all I like.
Still, that's not respectful.
I do a little dance. No, I don't.
Also not a good idea.
Yeah,
alright. I'll come over here. I'll come over here.
it's not your house. There.
It's not. That is true. It's not my house. It's also not a house. It's a cave.
Alright, touche.
Your house.
It's a home.
It's a home. There you go.
It's. This is a crazy conversation we're having.
Home is where the hurt is.
Do we want to go check over here? Over there, I point.
Over there. Doesn't it just go around?
Oh fuck, I don't know. I'm super zoomed in. Hold on. Oh yeah, it does. Okay, never mind.
Hey, Electra, since you are over there, would you mind making me a perception check with advantage, please?
Uh-oh.
Sure. Me and my big eyes.
Big old eyes, big old eyes, big old
Big
eyes,
woman, big eyes.
big old eyes.
I rolled the same number 2 times.
What am I rolling?
Electra is rolling a perception check.
11.
11?
Mhm.
Okay, let me see here real quick. Okay. You see Maud, and she is hanging out over by a table where she seems to be chopping up ingredients for some stew that is bubbling in this boiling cauldron over here. And she is humming to herself as she does so. While an 11 is not great, I will say because of your previous check, you do recognize that the humming that you heard earlier is the same humming that you are hearing now.
I tiptoe back over here. Let my little guy stay over here, though. I go, guys, if we go down this way, we're gonna wander right into her kitchen.
Oh.
Maybe she's cooking or something.
Oh, I wonder what she's cooking.
Maybe
It's
she went
stew.
to these caves, Steve?
I just can't believe she didn't invite us. Oh,
She just
That's
knows.
yeah. We're also 2 feet outside the door. There are
Maybe
no
she only
doors.
made enough for herself.
What about Bentley? And Charles? The fuck was that little blue thing's name?
Charles,
We're gonna question her or not. What are we doing in front of her door if we're not going to go in?
should we just ask her the questions?
Yeah.
Yes, we should ask her the questions to open the door for us to do that.
Right. Let's
Go.
go.
On the door.
Are there doors?
There
There's
are
no
no
doors.
doors.
What are the doors?
Just
I come over
Okay.
here. I go,
Go.
hi, Miss Maud.
Hmm?
We have
Hello?
questions.
Yes.
I'm bringing my little guy over here. Interrogation. Just kidding.
Ah!
Ah, sorry. I walk very fast. What is she? Is she like a gnome or
She's a human.
Okay, hi, Maud. Fuck, what are we asking? Look at like real quick. What are we asking about a hag in the?
Got a few questions.
We
Real
can't
quick, where's Mike's assist in all this? Or is Leo BRB?
I think Leo's BRB.
I had to grab a thing real quick. Can you repeat what you said?
Yeah, I was just asking where you are in relation to the group.
I'm nearby. Just keeping an eye out.
Maybe like right
I'm
here.
wary. I am an old person, so therefore I know that old people cannot be trusted.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Still my weapon out because I don't trust this old lady.
Okay. Real quick. What is everyone's passive perception?
17.
11.
Yeah.
Hold on.
My passive is a 15, which is surprisingly low.
Wait, how?
Yeah.
Never mind.
Perception is a 14.
14, 15. And Electra, what's your perception?
Electra's is 11.
11. And Alex, what's your passive perception?
17.
17. Okay. I will say then in this case, just because Electra is literally right there, yeah, you are able to see it. Everyone is able to see it in this dim and dank darkness. You see adorning the chambers, as well as on the slab behind Maud from which she was working. You see rows of various hanging meat that seems to be frozen. Like, it's like the cave's basically a giant ice box, so it all seems to be cold. And hanging here, there are fillets of fish, as well as what appears to be pork, a few vegetables. There's a spice rack behind her. But the thing that kind of draws your attention, and perhaps stands out the most, is the fact that on her butcher's table, there is a human head that is staring frozen and unblinking, with a face of sheer horror.
Oh, she's one of those people. Okay.
Is this one of the fishermen?
I mean, you don't know what the fishermen look like, but...
No, I was asking her the question.
You don't know.
She doesn't answer?
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're asking her the question.
Yeah.
She just kind of looks at it, and then just looks at you all and just goes... All I ever want is to just be left alone and tend to my cave, but people keep prying.
I mean, it'd be one thing to just kill them. It's another thing to put their head on display.
I imagine she was going to eat it.
I mean, you could probably work something out with the town to make sure no one comes. I mean, you don't have any signs outside, so...
Oh, it's too late for that.
You could set up some alarm system.
Yeah, scare him out.
That's not so, that
Hey,
they
lady.
That's what Bentley's for.
If you want privacy, get a fucking door.
A door.
Through a door would help.
As
but
you all continue this banter and ramblings, you quickly watch. Again, you're not surprised because you have the alert feat, so I'm not gonna go against you there, Alex. But you
Not only that, but I also have my Carnival's of Wand as a
your
warning
weapon of
one.
warning. Then yeah, it begins to glow the same time that Alex begins to notice the sound of weight shifting as at the exit the skeleton appears once more, and Maud just goes, I think the time for farces and facades is over, don't you? And the sprite casts a long and illuminating beam of light as Maud reveals her true form. As the old woman before you
look like?
melts and bubbles away, and you see instead a sickly grayish purple hag with bulging, unblinking eyes, stringy black hair interwoven with finger bones, and wrapped in tattered cloths and robes that seem to be made of skin.
Gross.
And I need everyone to roll me initiative.
brother.
I was just saying you could just set up traps, and that would probably do just about as equal of a
We were
damage.
Giving her renovation advice, and she's just like, I'm just gonna
She's like,
keep this.
she's like, get the fuck out of my house.
She's like, how
Just fucking
dare
murder
you,
them.
first of all.
First off, this aesthetic is
That's
fire. Second off, how dare
Okay.
you?
Uh,
It's
okay.
pretty ice cold.
what is that?
I mean, you can even make it like kind of jigsaw if you really wanted to like keep up the sort of.
Come on. There we go.
God, Cyrus Christopherson, what a little bitch. 7.
That's what you get for calling
Oh, wait.
Christopherson a bitch. I don't know who that is.
Cyrus Christopherson, more like Cyrus piss off. Piss.
Wow!
Whoa, go off.
Piss the pit.
Is my spiritual weapon? Has it been 10 minutes?
Oh,
since
I had
last
advantage
combat?
on initiative rolls.
Hmm?
I've had an advantage on initiative rolls this whole fucking time.
I was about to say, you do have a weapon of warning.
Rip.
Oh, okay.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
No, it's fair. It's fair. Yeah, it has been a while. Also, did you ask if it had been 10 minutes?
Yeah.
I would say no. I will allow you
Oh.
to have your weapon of your spiritual weapon here. Just because like Electra does also still have their unseen servant.
Okay.
So
Do you want me to just have it for like a couple rounds? Since
I don't know how. Like honestly, I feel like y'all are probably gonna sweep up combat long before your spiritual weapon gets dispelled.
I just want to
I
make
mean,
sure.
Electra is literally right there,
This is true. Hi,
standing right.
I'm about to
in front.
beat this woman's ass.
Electra.
All right, I have to roll for big ol' skeletons.
You guys want to see what the
Deadly.
inside of a hag looks like?
Wow.
Yeah, just fucking cracks her head open.
No, I don't.
You want
I
to see a
don't
magic trick?
I don't actually know anything about
Alakablam.
hags. So, I don't know.
We all rolled pretty
I
high.
know that Lark has a higher dex than Electra, so I'm just gonna go ahead and fix that. Just do like a 0.5.
True.
I'll just have Maud and the skeleton go on the same turn. But first up is her little friend. All right. Let's see. What can it do? What can it do? What can it do? Okay, cool. It is going to move over to Alex and Mixus. And it is going to attempt to shock them.
Oh,
But it can only attack one of you, so eeny, meeny, miny, Alex.
Hi. It's okay. I can take it.
What is that number on? I believe that's a... What is this? Fuck. Where's the dot? I think that's a 6. Plus... How much?
Please be little.
Does a 10 hit?
No.
Okay, then it doesn't attack you.
Okay. Let's go.
And that is its turn.
Oh.
Alex, you're up.
Okay. It tried to hit me. It's close to me.
Correct. And also, it is the start of your turn, so I am going to need you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Wisdom. I'm good at that. 14.
Okay, you succeed.
Oh. Do I take any damage? No? Okay. Oh, okay. Let's do... it's close. I'd like to do inflict wounds.
Okay.
Alright. Roll to hit. Does a 16 hit?
16 does not hit.
Oh, fuck! And that was good damage, too. Screw that thing. Alright. Spiritual weapon. Is it gonna be mean to me again? Come on.
Let's find out.
Come on. That doesn't hit either.
No, it does not.
You know what? Let's just do Thaumaturgy. Thaumaturgy.
I yell
No,
at it.
Toll of the Dead.
Okay.
Where the fuck is it? Oh, there we are.
Where
Okay.
the fuck is
Fuck
it?
is it?
You
15.
Let me see what its wisdom saving throw is.
To hit.
Well, it's a saving throw.
Right, sorry.
And it is at full health, so that'll be a D8 of necrotic.
Yep, so let me...
But it does fail, so...
Oh, okay, good. It takes 1 point of damage.
He's hurting!
I'll take what I can fucking get. I'm just gonna stand here.
We appreciate you.
What?
Alright.
Okay.
Lark, it's your turn. Also, real quick, because I think Mixus is the only person who's taken damage thus far. Mixus, what are your hit points at?
Let's see. 1 second. 24.
Thank you. I'll go ahead and just update that on Roll20. Oh, that is the wrong number. Just update that on Roll20 just so I can keep track. Okay, so Lark, you're up. And I'm going to need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, wisdom saving throw. Oh, this is not looking good. What is my modifier? Saving throw. Not proficient, it was 6.
6. Okay. Oh, damn, I didn't even know that. Okay, cool. 1 second. Yeah, you are now afraid. You are now affected by the frightened condition. As seeing Maud's true bloated, horrific visage terrifies you. So you cannot willingly move towards her or aggress upon her. However, the little sprite and the frost giant are fair game.
Oh my god, you're fucking ugly.
Well, that's rude. I didn't insult your appearance when you came walking into my cave. Let me go into your house and fucking tell you that your dress is ratchet.
I'm gonna move away from her and go up to the giant.
Maud seems legitimately offended by that. Which is fair. I mean, she's out here eating people, so fuck her.
Let her be offended.
Feel free to attack the giant.
21 to hit.
Okay, that hits. Roll damage.
Where's my other d6? Okay. And 14, 17 of piercing damage.
All right, they are not looking good. As you stab the frost giant skeleton, which kind of hobbled in here on one leg, because Mike's has completely shattered one of its fucking legs. You crack it, lunging forward with your short sword, and dislocate its other knee joint as it just falls down onto these two, like, stump bones, and just looks at you and just rasps, like... Like, it just is the saddest, like, undead death sigh you've ever heard.
Oh, don't worry. We'll get you out of your misery soon enough.
Anything else?
Since I've hit it, I imagine it has a pretty long range. I'm gonna step back.
Alright.
Oh, I can't move towards her, so we'll step back this way.
Anything else you'd like to do?
Nope.
Electra, you're up.
My turn. I knew never trust an old lady.
By the way, I'm going to need a wisdom saving throw from you.
Of course.
And that reminds me, Lark, you can go ahead and repeat your wisdom saving throw since it is the end of your turn.
There's a 10.
Yep, still doesn't crack it.
Oh. She's just so ugly.
That's what it is. I only rolled a 12.
Yeah, it succeeds.
Let's go! I'm cracking this lady. Okay, let me roll my. I'm gonna bonus action Hexblade Curse on this lady.
Cool. We love a Hexblade's Curse.
She gets a little I don't know, like a little imprint of a snowflake on her shoulder. Let me roll my attack. Okay, I fucking missed my container. Okay, does a 21 hit?
Hit mod? Absolutely it does.
Yes, fucking go. Okay, I'm killing this lady. Guys, don't worry. Okay, that is 7 plus 5 plus 5 plus an additional cold damage? Is she affected by cold damage? So I know if I should roll this or not.
You can still roll it.
I'll roll it. Okay, so it's gonna be 17 bludgeoning damage for my attack.
Got it.
And then it's going to be an additional 4 cold damage from my cool little thing.
Yeah. Your new pact upgrade.
I flex really hard.
Anything else you'd like to do? You have essentially just cracked her one and cursed her.
No, I don't want to risk moving, so I'll stay right here. Or actually,
I was gonna say.
No.
I was just gonna. The reason I was asking is because it has been a minute since we've played, and a minute longer since we've done combat. If you wish to hold your movement, my rule is that you can make a secondary melee attack, even though you don't have extra attack, because you're choosing not to move anywhere.
okay, sure. I'll do one more attack.
Big damage.
That's does it 18 hit?
18 does hit.
I'm whacking this lady over the head again. That's gonna be 14 bludgeoning damage,
Gotcha.
and then an additional 2 cold damage.
Mod's not looking great. As Electra just... Mod
She goes,
just,
I
like,
fucking hate
stumbles back
elderly people.
and falls against her butcher's table and just, like, looks up at you, kind of, like, stunned. As it is now the big ol' fuck off skeleton's turn, and Lark, I'm gonna need a con save real quick. Oh shit, my book almost fell over. That's not good.
20 not natural.
Yep, that succeeds. So it failing to do what it wanted to do, is just going to kind of like waddle over on his little nubs and attempt to take a crack at you with his great axe. Does a 23 hit?
It does.
Okay. Where's my dice? There it is. Okay. Okay. Wait, what is the... Okay. You take 24 points of slashing damage as it brings its axe down upon you with a thunderous crack.
Awesome. I'm way past bloodied.
Well, luckily that's all it can do. It is, however, Maud's turn. And Lark, I'm gonna need a wisdom saving throw from you.
10.
Okay. You, as she fixes you with her glare, you feel an overwhelming presence of fear fill you, and you fall unconscious. And then she is going to turn and look at Electra and be like, "Your friend will die."
Not if I fucking kill you first.
And that's all that Maud can do. Mixus, it is your turn.
Okay. Let me zoom out on the map so I can see what the fuck I'm doing. Okay. Where's the gross bitch? I'm at halfway.
There is a gross bitch over here, which reminds me, I will need you, since it's the start of your turn, to make a wisdom saving throw. And then there is a big fuck-off skeleton standing over an unconscious Lark, and a blue pixie thing flying around you, and
does the skeleton look like it's gonna like beat the shit out of her?
100%.
Out of Lark?
It seems that every one of your enemies has their attention on Lark.
Even though she's down?
Yep.
Balls.
So the skeleton, the pixie, and
get into Earth. I get into Earth stance.
Okay.
Just give me a 10 foot move, plus 10 to my movement speed, and I do not provoke attacks of opportunity. Which that would bump up my speed to 35. So I'll go over to Lark, grab her, and then I'm gonna dash over here.
Okay.
Yeah. With her behind me, so I can only go 15 feet, I think. No, sorry. That was 30. That was, I have to give me 5 more. So I could go, like, And then dashing, I could go, like, here. So I'll take her here. So she goes here.
Okay.
You just see Mixus, like, puts away her kanabo, holds her hands together, and you just see, like, she's there for one moment, and then, like, the snow beneath her feet just, like, presses inward as she, like, pushes all of her force to just towards Lark, grabs her, like, it was, like, the way, like, a fucking, like lioness grabs her baby cub, and then proceeds to haul her over to where Alex is. And Max just makes a very serious face at Alex and goes and just points at her.
Thumbs up.
That's my turn.
All right. It is the sprite's turn. And it is going to.
Oh, it was a 21 on the wisdom save.
Okay, thank you. Cool. So it moves over here, and it is going to attempt to attack Mixus.
Do it, pussy.
Does a 21 hit?
21. That's actually a good question. I'm so scared. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. It does.
Okay. You take 7 points of lightning damage.
Cool. I feel nothing.
All right, and that is its turn. Elizabeth, you're up.
Hi.
Mhm.
Cure wounds. Like you'll regain 15 hit points. Sorry, I'm eating cereal.
No, I was gonna say like we can like chill for a
No!
second. Like I don't
No,
know.
it's fine. The milk is really fucking frozen, so.
Eating frozen cereal.
Okay, listen.
No,
There's
I've been a
something
college
fucked up
student
with our
before.
fridge. Our gallon of milk is fully frozen. I had to wait for it to thaw a bit, and still it was chunky. Anyway, so you get 15 points back. I'm not gonna move. I'm gonna try.
By the way, Lark, you would be at 15 because Maud would have basically taken you to 0.
Oh, okay.
Are they awake?
They've been cure wounds.
Okay.
They've got 15 hit points.
Spiritual weapon
All right.
on the fucker.
Which one? There's a lot of them.
The one that's close to me, the little guy.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. A sprite. Nat 20, does a 27 hit?
27 does absolutely hit. And let's see.
And then I just take, is it 6 plus 5, 11 points?
It would be 6 plus 8 because you're taking the maximum.
Oh, okay.
So, well, actually,
14.
hold on, let me double check that real quick before I make a fool of myself. An absolute rube, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Spiritual weapon, here we go.
I don't think that's for.
So it's
sorry.
a d8 plus your wisdom modifier, so that would be a d8 plus 5.
7. 5? Okay.
It'd be a d8
13?
plus 5, so... 1 second.
Okay.
So that'd be 19.
Okay.
It'd be 6, which is what you rolled, plus the maximum damage, which would be 13. So 19.
Nice. 19 points of damage.
Yeah, it went from looking alright to looking terrible in 2 seconds.
And I got another turn, because I'm not moving.
That you do.
Pull the dead.
Alright.
It's gonna be my thing of choice. Please hit. Oh no, please fail.
Alright. Describe to me how you ring this thing's bell.
Hold on, I want to make sure I actually do kill it. 3 points of damage?
Yep.
Okay. I cut it perfectly in half with my spiritual weapon.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I'm sorry, I'm not good at crap.
Gotcha. As it is
I'm not good at
sliced in twain, and its form begins to flicker and fade, you whisper out to toll the dead, and as your sword resonates and rings, its form dissipates and shatters into nothingness as the will of the wisp is dispelled.
Turn back to Mixus. Thumbs up.
All right, Lark, you're back to consciousness, and pretty good.
Okay. I don't want to get close to that giant thing, and I think I'm still afraid of Maud.
Technically speaking, yes.
Okay. So I've got daggers. Let's see.
You
Well-
just look at the big skeleton. No.
Let's see. What? No, that does not hit for sure. Hold my movement. Throw another one at him.
At Maud or the skeleton? I should.
Skeleton.
Okay, I felt like I needed to clarify.
Either way, both for 7s. I imagine they both do not hit.
No, they do not. They pass harmlessly through its rib cage and bounce against the wall behind it.
That's all.
All right, Electra, it's your turn.
Little old me. I'm
Little
hitting
old
this
you.
lady.
All right.
How dare you try and threaten my friend while I am 8 feet tall and standing above you? That is... It's 18 plus 7. 25?
That hits.
Let's go! Right. 5, 7, 12 bludgeoning damage plus
Okay.
an additional 6 cold damage.
Okay.
And as a... Oh, I don't have anything as a bonus action? Cries. That's fine. Can I bonus action tell my guy to try and throw the little torch that I made him
The
make
torch that
at...
he's been carrying this whole time.
Yeah, can I tell him to just throw it at this guy? The skeleton?
100%.
Cool. Do I have to roll for that or anything, or he just does it?
He just does it.
Okay, cool.
Just
Fuck yeah,
thumps
little guy.
harmlessly against the skeleton's head, just falls to the ground.
I go, it's okay. Next time, Frosty, you'll get him. And then I'll roll again. That's a 19, that's a crit!
Alright.
Because of Hexblade's curse. Okay, so that's... Shit, you just explained it. That's
So
the
it's
max
what
amount.
it's what you roll plus the maximum potential damage.
Okay, this plus this. Plus this, plus this again.
So
That's
it
30,
would be
32
suffering.
bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
7 4 plus 7. And then 6. Should I include my cold damage in that?
That is included in that. Yes.
Okay, cool. So then my cold would be an additional 9 cold damage.
Okay. As you strike Maud, she uses her reaction to crush a small stone in her possession, and as your maul strikes her, you watch as it resounds off of a barrier of force, but as it does, you watch as the frost giant skeleton across the room shatters from the sheer titanic impact of your Hexblade's curse, pushing through this arcane ritual that she has just attempted to cast. And as she is just reeling back in like shock and horror at what has just happened, your cold damage rips through. And it was 9 points, right?
Correct.
And she falls to the ground as you watch like frostbite begin to creep over her. And she raises her hands in surrender and is just like, wait.
What happened? What happened? I thought you could kill my friend. What happened?
Let's make a deal.
Kind of look at the others. Wait, she wants to make a
Just kill
deal.
her.
Oh, that's no fun. Hold on. What's the deal? What's the deal? I raise my hammer.
As you raise your hammer, she like shrinks away and is like, My cauldron is yours. You can take it. You can have it. It's yours. And I will buy my own life, if it pleases you. I can give you a chest at the bottom of the lake, filled to brim with treasure. All I ask is that you let me walk away. I will never return here. I will never come back to Lake Dinashir. I will never return to Easthaven. I will disappear. No one will ever see or hear me again. I will be gone.
Insight. I don't fucking believe her.
Yeah.
Fuck this
Roll
lady.
insight.
Can everybody roll? Cause she's
Absolutely. She is pleading for her life in front of everyone.
fuck this bitch.
19.
You said insight?
Yep.
Sure. Let's see.
Before we kill her,
Nat
though,
20
I want. Ooh.
I only rolled a 12.
plus 5 for 20.
All right. Everyone, by the way, Lark, did you roll?
I got a 7.
Okay.
Roll is nuts, dude.
Everyone passed.
Damn.
She rolled a 5 plus 1.
Dumb
You
bitch.
can tell that she is telling the complete and implicit truth. She is genuinely afraid of her for her life, because you can assume this item, whatever she used, was designed to transfer any fatal damage away from her to her servant. And the fact that it didn't work as intended all the way is terrifying to her. Additionally, like, for those of y'all that are like, here, like, you can see her pretty easily, like, in this, like, dim light, since most of you, if not all of you, have dark vision. She is literally, like, on death's door as we speak. Like, this is legitimately begging for her life.
This is so sad. This is making me Kaito sad.
Let's not forget that, okay, like, real quick pause. Let's not forget that she is out here eating people.
Eating
in a
people.
cave.
I know, but she's scared. I'd kill her.
Wait.
No, you should
I don't
let her.
If you want to live alone, that's fine. You can just set up traps and some signs and maybe invest in like a legend. Like some kind of weird little legend, like, oh, the secret witch of the whatever.
I'll
You know.
take that into consideration. She just seems legitimately confused because she's here pleading for her life and is like, I'm going to pay you all this money and give you my magic cauldron. And you're just like, hey, maybe when you, like, just fix your shit. And she's just like, okay?
You may not want to leave looking like that.
I can disguise myself.
It ain't.
Well, yeah, we noticed.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll take your offer. Thank you. It's very generous of you. And yeah, do one of you guys want to get on that?
Sure.
Yeah.
If you,
I want the
Yeah.
I want the gold first. I want to see the treasure
Yeah.
first before I let you go.
Also, stop eating people.
do you like eating people?
And she looks at you, Electra, and is like, what's the guarantee I get to leave?
Considering we haven't killed you yet.
But if I bring you the money, what's to stop you from then murdering me? That's not an
You wanna-
insurance policy.
You want to look at my face? You want to see if I'm lying?
She squints with her giant bugged out eyes. Make a persuasion or deception if you are lying.
My persuasion. Should I want to lie so bad, but I don't. Are we all collectively pretty chill with letting her leave and taking the money plus her cauldron? Whatever. What's in your cauldron, by the way? Oh, let me roll persuasion. Sorry. Wow, cries about it. It's only a 11 persuasion. I am telling the truth though.
She believes that you will let her go. Nonetheless, she still does not trust. And just looks at you and says, "Here's the deal. I walk out. I leave. You all just stay put in the cave until midnight. Then, 1 mile on the northern shore, close to Easthaven, you shall find the treasure waiting for you."
Well, at that point, can't we just go home? We go home and then you do the thing and then.
Didn't you all just mention that I shouldn't be walking around? And isn't the deal that I not go to Easthaven?
Yeah.
You can't like magic it over there.
Here, do you have anything from the treasure chest with you?
She she does not. But she does, like, let you know that, like, she has seen it, she can get it. Like,
You know what? Yeah, we'll stay in the fucking cave. We'll stay in the fucking cave. This is complicated.
Yeah.
It's not that complicated.
We'll stay in the cave.
Oh my god. Okay.
What's you don't want to do, Electra? I like
Let's
it. It's a cozy cave.
Let's stay in the cave. What's wrong
I
with your
like
cauldron? Why was that the first thing you offered? What's wrong with your cauldron?
she's just sitting there, like, looking at you, like, dumbfounded.
Answer the fucking question or I'll smash your fucking face in.
It's magic!
You can do spells with it.
Electra,
No.
This is an old lady offering us a treasure chest. This is normal.
Yeah, but
It's
is it like magic food? I don't know.
not magic food, but it produces food.
You should go get it.
That's cool. I didn't know that. I didn't know there were cauldrons like that.
Have you ever tried cookies? You might like them.
We're going to see. We're going to make a feedback loop. You have to go now.
I'm going to leave. And she just
Alright.
Yeah, I
Aw.
back off. Let her go.
vanishes.
That's
Well,
the
that
food
was
with food in it.
fun.
A feedback loop.
If there's any food in it.
Yeah, there's some stew floating in it, but there are also chunks of skinned meat and fresh human organs.
Oh, it's people.
That doesn't bother me. I'll get a bowl out.
Makes us
No!
want
Lark!
to-
Smack the bowl.
Yeah.
Why?
It's
No.
people.
So?
Wait. Is there like tiefling and like human?
It's human.
What races are in here? Oh, lame.
It's primarily
At that
human.
point, is it?
I mean, none of us are human here, right?
At that point, is it even cannibalism?
That's true. We could just. No, I don't want to.
Then it's the moral standpoint.
None of us are
I
human, right?
I'm half human.
You want some?
Oh, probably
Sorry.
shouldn't then.
You know
You're
what?
allergic to it.
I'm gonna go look around.
No.
You guys can eat it if you want. I'm gonna go
No,
look
it's
around.
okay. I have rations, and I'll accompany you. We shouldn't probably do
Okay.
places soon.
Yeah, alright. Just gonna look around.
They're just
Yeah,
gonna eat
boy.
food.
Yeah, there she goes.
Every time you get a bowl, Electra smacks it out of your hand.
Electra, stop it!
Well, you just don't eat people. Don't eat
I
people.
do eat people.
What do you mean you eat people?
You've been. It's a long story.
No, we got time. They just went on their little excursion. We've got time.
hard to explain. I mean, blood's basically the same thing as meat. You drink human blood, why not eat human meat?
What the fuck? Why do you drink human blood?
You had some too!
Like for fun? I had some?
Yeah?
Oh yeah, that liquor, right?
Yeah?
No, bad. Mm-mm. I don't know if that's like a weird, like, I'm a hemlock, this is what I do, because I'm fucking from the shadows, whatever. No, bad. Also kind of gross.
It's like a some family thing.
Oh my god, wait, is it really because you're I'm a hemlock and I'm from the shadows?
Not exactly because we're from the shadows.
Fucked up and evil. Eat some if you want. I'm gonna see what other goodies she's got. Also, probably don't eat that because it'll probably kill you or something.
Okay. I'm gonna eat it.
What if they've got diseases, like?
You eat it.
Yeah.
It's tasty. It's pretty spicy though.
Oh, I'll have to get the recipe.
I mean, you could. You don't need the recipe. Like you can just look at it behind you at the spice rack.
No, actually, when she gets back, we'll ask her. We'll say, hey.
I don't know how much she added. Important part cooking.
True. Maybe she has a recipe book.
You're telling me you don't cook using feeling? How dare you?
I don't. I have to use my recipes. I have to write them down.
Wait, Walker, how big is this cauldron?
Let me check real quick because it has actual specific size dimensions.
As a follow-up question, does she have a recipe book?
She does, and it is the cauldron is 4 feet wide and 3.5 feet deep.
Oh my god, that's huge.
Sorry, hold on. 3.5. It's 4. Oh, the cauldron is 4 feet wide, and the mouth of the cauldron is 3.5 feet in diameter. Sorry, I misread that.
Mm-hmm.
And it can hold up to 30 gallons of liquid.
Jesus.
You can put a person in there.
Don't say that. Well, she did, clearly. Multiple.
Put a couple of people in there, yeah. All right, and let's see here. Mike's and Alex, y'all were scouting around.
Yeah.
All right.
Is there anything you're looking for in particular, Alex, or do you just kind of want to get away from the commotion?
Yeah, I just wanted to get away, as well as I just wanted to see what else there is here. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
You okay?
Oh, I'm okay.
It's
I was thinking about something Electra said earlier, but
What'd she say?
oh, it's fine. She didn't mean it like that. Is there anywhere we haven't been in this thing?
I don't know.
I guess there is the whole wolf area, but I kind of want to avoid it for now.
Alright. I am sorry about the comment I made earlier.
Which one was that?
About your wife.
Trying to remember.
Wait, what did happen? We were all guessing how long you guys were married for. I got the closest, and I said, "Ooh, I got the closest," and you said, "This is my dead wife we're talking about."
Oh, I remember. It's okay.
No, it's not. I didn't know, and I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. This environment can sometimes breed a particular kind of unintentional apathy. I don't take it personally.
How did you two meet?
How did we meet? Well, wait, this book dies. Hold on.
Do you need to sit there?
Um. Yeah. Okay. She goes. Well, we were doing a hunt together. We knew each other vaguely. I mean, it's a small village. Everyone knows each other. And we were on a hunt, trying to find a um whispering, wall-eyed elk. They're sort of these giant elks. They're rare and um wispy, sort of one with the snow, and they make for very good stew. And we had found one across this sort of giant lake that um is sort of known for not being the most stable. But of course it's right on the lake, and I wasn't leading the hunt that time. By then I wasn't the village bear, but uh, my the bear at the time said that we should wait for it to get on stable land, and I was younger then. I think I was around. Oh goodness. Let me let me think. How old was I? I think I was 32. Um, for context, I'm 250-ish, I think.
Mhm.
So, wow. Um, I think whispering elks are actually relatively extinct by now. But anyway, besides the point. I decided that patience was for babies, and um, I decided, as my bear was setting up camp, I decided I would sneak onto the water and hunt it myself. Keep in mind, I was wearing armor pretty similar to what I wear now, maybe a bit lighter. We're in sort of the low season of the cold. And, uh, I got on the water, and pretty quickly, uh, it was not kind. Um, but stubborn as ever, sort of ran on, and you see she's like on the ice now, on like the frozen lake, and sort of almost like replays it in like a very like half-assed way of just like skittering along the ice. And she goes, at the time I can balance on ice now, but back then 32 is pretty young, uh, or maybe it's quite old. You're half human, right? So it's probably a bit older for you. Um, I think 32, if I remember correctly, is midlife for some humans, which is sad. But um, at the time, I was pretty young, skittering everywhere, and I did get to the center, but not without leaving an a sort of enormous bunch of cracks in the lake, and uh, I decided that combat was what I was going to do. I had gotten this far, and the lake was sort of crumbling beneath me. I did get it down, and the weight of it no longer being held up by its magic was enough to sort of break the lake. Um, and I do remember falling into it. Which is, I was pretty convinced at the time that I was going to die and be the sort of youngest person to die in our village, because that's absurd. But my grade school friend Tomoko had sort of taken off her armor and casted, oh, what was it? Water walking, I think. And had gotten a hold of me before I, fell too far, and of course, the rest of the story of me being pulled on shore, and everything, I've heard secondhand. The cold sort of took me out, um, but I do remember after waking up, and it's just strange, when you meet someone, and maybe part of it was the sort of adrenaline, or sort of the half alive nature of it all, of having almost just died. But I swear when I woke up on the snow banks of the edge of the lake, I opened my eyes and saw Tomoko above me, and I was convinced that I was seeing an angel of sorts. And it took me another maybe 5 or so years to really approach it. After that, but that was the moment I think um, I fell in love with her.
That's a story for the ages.
Yeah, well, I didn't get much less ambitious after that. She saved me quite a few times. She's a very, very great mage.
Oh,
She
she's a
knew her way
mage.
around spells very, very well. She was, yeah.
She sounds like quite a woman.
She, whenever I was in the front line, she'd always be right behind me, giving me a spell to close up my cuts. So
Mm.
she's wonderful. We got married, not too long after I turned 50. So pretty young to get married, but
When the time's right, I guess.
yeah. You're looking for your wife? Is that what I heard?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hmm.
Sort of. I came looking for her, but I get the feeling she'll soon know I'm here, and there's probably a reason she didn't want to tell me she was out, and I don't want her to feel like I'm tracking her down, which I was. I get the feeling I've put the word out. She'll know, and when she's ready to find me, she'll find me. Or if I stumble across her, I'll give her the time she needs to feel it's right to talk about why she left.
Did she leave on bad terms?
No, I don't think so. I hope not. We said we'd meet up at one point. After things died down on the battlefield. But she was not there. And I checked her tent, and most of her stuff was missing, but there was no note. Nothing to go off of. So I assumed either she left or something happened to her.
If you're not sure which one is the current situation, then I don't think it's a bad thing to keep looking.
I know she's here. We both worship Lathander, and he told me she was here, as well as for the military, I've been assigned to find her. She and I we're on different sides of this war. I'm from Neverwinter, she's from Waterdeep. So, they're looking for her to find information. So they sent me out here. But, they want me to bring her back, but I don't know if... Or at least... I don't want to force her back.
Mhm.
It's complicated, to say the least.
It sounds like.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. I mean,
Well,
we should get you back to the village. You seem like you're getting a chill.
no, it's just God coughing.
God, which one?
One of them. Um, well, the good thing is that by looking for her, sometimes people need to be urged to having certain conversations. So,
Mm-hmm.
it might be good to push it a little bit.
Try, but I don't want her to, feel too pressured,
But you don't want her to, float away either.
Yeah.
It's very easy to get lost out here. Trust me, I know.
Yeah, if I find her, I'll be sure we'll talk.
Mm-hmm. Oh? You think that they're done eating human by now?
We can hope so. And go check.
Sure.
Alright, yeah.
She gets up.
Alright.
Catch another.
Alright. As the party regroups, you all wait till midnight?
Sure.
We do.
How many hours is that?
It's a good bit.
So,
Y'all
can I
got
get
here. Yeah, y'all can get a
long
long
rest?
rest. Everybody can.
Yeah.
Does anyone have identify?
I don't do magic.
Yeah, neither do I.
Wait, do I?
You don't?
Let me check.
Wait, yes I do. Wait, I was lying. I was lying.
Additionally, you are a
Trying to
cleric,
explain it to
and
you.
over the course of your long rest, you can change your prepared spells.
Well, I can get you identify if you need it.
One long rest later, so I can suddenly know what this thing is.
Oh, yeah. You'd have to tell me beforehand.
I'm sure Electra would be like, hey, we don't have any of the people who used to do magic. Can you
Yeah,
Like-
sure.
try and use your big brain? I don't know how it works.
Holy symbol.
Holy symbol. Can you ask your holy symbol to give you identify?
Sure.
Nice.
I'll cast. It's
Identify
a
on
ritual.
Yeah, you can do it as a ritual, which means it doesn't burn a spell slot.
Yeah, I'll do it as a ritual. It'll take a little bit more time, but I'll do it.
So this is a Cauldron of Plenty. As stated, it can hold up to 30 gallons of liquid. Embossed on the side, embossed on its bulging sides are images of satyrs and nymphs in repose, holding ladles. The cauldron comes with a lid and has side handles. It sits on 5 little clawed feet that keep it from tipping. If water is poured into the cauldron and stirred for 1 minute, it will transform into a hearty hot stew, which can provide 1 nourishing meal for up to 4 people per gallon. The stew remains hot while in the cauldron, then cools naturally after it is removed. The outside of the cauldron remains safe to touch despite the heat of the stew, and the cauldron can create stew 3 times. It then ceases to function until the next dawn, when it regains all of its uses.
Not too shabby.
I can feed a lot of people.
Yeah, I can.
Okay. I guess we should bring it back with us down.
You could
Give it to the god. Oh, we could sell it.
Or do you want to bring it back to your family?
I'd be up for that idea, if you don't mind.
You guys okay with that? We could sell it to your parents.
Yes, let's sell it. I was gonna say, you guys are pretty rich. Do you think isn't there like a pool side of your town that could probably use this like
Yeah.
more?
I know
Easy.
Dan's into that charity work a lot.
There you go.
Oh, your
And we can
dad
take
does
the
that?
beats back with us.
No, I think most of that's people.
No, like this stuff. And I'll point towards like the pork and like
Oh, the fish and stuff.
animals.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the veggies.
I hope it's not cross-contaminated.
Just
I
wash
can
it.
just wash the food.
Yeah.
True. Does this does this cauldron like get tiny, or do I just have to carry it like fully?
You would have to carry it fully.
Oh, once it's empty, it's probably not that heavy, right?
It's pretty big.
Do you want to drag it? We have rope.
Yeah, we can tie it to the end of the dock set.
My
Yeah.
exes, can you carry this?
Hmm.
Big
Great.
cauldron.
We can wrap it
Excellent.
and make it like a little backpack.
How big is the cauldron?
4 feet across, 4 feet wide, 3 feet tall.
So I
Big backpack.
could put it over me and like be a little Goomba if I wanted to.
Oh my god, wait, you
100%.
know that play?
I'm not going to, fuck you, but I could do
Wait.
that.
Electra
love-
picks it up and like realizes, and it's like,
Don't do it. Don't do it. You don't get it off of me. Get it off of me.
it's funny, look! This would be a good hiding spot for you. You ever see that play Solid Snake? No, just kidding. Anyways, I take it off. Here you go, my exes, thank you.
All right. So we all
Please don't put it back.
return to town.
Oh, where did she say to go? To
It's
the...
1 mile north of the caves, and it will be close to Easthaven.
Midnight, bitch? The fuck?
That's what I was saying. It's
In the
dark
middle of the
time.
night.
In the middle of the night. Should we go there first, just so nobody gets our treasure?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go. We'll go there first.
All right.
Or does it look like it'll storm?
I mean, it always looks like it's going to storm, mostly because
Like-
currently it is midnight and Oral is gathering the northern lights to her to cast her magic.
Does it look like it'll be hard to? How?
It does not look like it'll be hard to navigate.
Yeah, we got
That's,
it.
I felt that was where we were going with it. No, you can easily get there.
Cool.
Yeah, you get to the spot that Maud specified, and lo and behold, sitting on the shoreline is a chest with the lock broken off.
Let's fucking go!
Whoa.
Investigate the
Investigate it.
I thought you. Yeah, Electra fully starts walking over, so he has to stop her.
Grabs her coat.
All right, everybody, roll me investigation.
Please be kind to me. Okay.
I'll
16, got it.
Let's see, what is
roll on D&D. I mean, not D&D.
skills? Investigation 22.
Oh, 17.
Ew.
That's plus your modifier.
Ooh.
Ew.
Oh, my modifier is 0.
Oh, okay. All right. Yep. For those of you who rolled above a 10, you are able to pull the lid from it and look at the gold contained within. The treasure, from a cursory glance, totals out to be about 600 gold pieces worth.
Ooh!
Sheesh!
We each get 150.
That was some quick math.
One
Google.
thing
amazing.
you do notice for did anyone roll above a 15?
I got
Yes.
a
16.
I did. I rolled a 2 billion.
I got a 17.
All right. Then yeah. One thing that you do notice is that as you all lift the lid of the chest and shift it, the gold shifts ever so slightly, and you can see what appears to be a hand beneath the gold.
I'll poke it with my sword.
Okay. Everybody roll initiative.
Fuck! No,
As
no.
4 crawling claws
Four?
leap out from the chest.
Oh, I already put my gold in my bag.
Alright, we're
As
hunting
Electra's
down
just
this
shoveling
bitch.
it in, and just a hand grabs her wrist. She's just like, who?
Hey!
Ew.
Bites it. Sure, I'll roll initiative.
I was about to say, do you want to roll to bite?
No. I'll roll for my initiative first.
Nom, nom, nom.
Do my dumb shit.
What? Fuck.
15.
We need to hunt her down now.
Yeah.
Alright, you said 15?
Well, I guess technically she didn't say that she would get rid of all the traps.
Stupid dog, you suck. You
Leo,
I'm sorry, what's up?
we can hear the video.
I know.
Cool.
I just want to see the funny Twitch clip.
Mhm.
I just need you to roll initiative real quick.
What if I
Oh, I rolled a 13.
calm emotions on a hand?
Possible.
Maybe.
Hey.
Alright, Lark, you're up first.
Okay. I'll skewer the hand with the longsword. Let's see.
Don't you mean short sword?
Short sword, yeah. It's a sword.
I stab.
I stab. 17 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. And do I... Yeah, I do go above where the sand.
Yep.
Oh, that's a bunch of ones. 8.
It's dead. On the spot.
Yeah, these things are hands.
And
You just
I'll
skewer it and you watch as it twitches and then just falls limp.
not use my movement to hit again. 15?
Hits.
I don't get sneak attack again with this, do
Nope.
I? Okay. So just 1d6. 9 points of damage?
Same diff. It quivers briefly and then falls limp.
Okay. That's all I got.
Electra, you're up.
I don't want to summon my packed weapon for these guys, so I'm just gonna use my great club.
No, not the gold!
Whack these guys. Jesus Christ. First one's a nat 20 to hit. God
Just
damn
instantly
it.
dead. Just the hand is no more. Pieces. Like hitting a baseball so hard that the lining comes off it. Just pow.
Yeah, Electra actually takes it off of her from where it grabbed her wrist, tosses it into the air, and baseball.
It just you just watch as like the damn thing comes apart. Everyone else who watches Electra just absolutely nail this fucking hand.
Yeah, let me get that other one for you. That's a 11 to hit.
Does not hit actually. This last
Really?
one, realizing what is happening, begins to try and scurry away.
Fuck no, get that thing.
Mm?
That's my full action.
All right, Elizabeth, you're up.
Spiritual weapon?
Yeah.
Where is it? Stop. What are you doing? What the fuck is it doing? I'm sorry. Alright. Who's... Oh, that's the podcast. Okay. I got so
What?
scared that
No,
someone
you're
was
good.
talking. I'm like, what did I... Okay. There it is. Okay. Nat 20.
It's just gone.
We both hit nat 20s on stupid little hands.
And like that, the hands are no
hell.
more, and you all can easily add 150 gold pieces to your bags as I move us on
Yeah!
to the next map.
Let's go. Does it
As
just
you
look
return
like
to
it's
Easthaven.
Nice. Oh fuck. Oh no, we have the witch's cauldron. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's probably enough as proof to be like, we killed
We
it.
can sell the box too.
True. I mean, wait, don't show her the fucking, the chest. She'd probably get mad at us. Just be like, "Oh yeah, we killed it."
We're not seeing her.
Oh, we're not supposed to? I thought.
No,
I
she's
was
just leaving us
probably
to
have to
go.
tell her.
Yeah, the hag's not going to see you again. The captain wants to hear a report.
Yeah. The captain. We have to show the captain
get
and be like, "We
paid.
killed it. We get paid 2 times."
And we have the cauldron to show off, and we can put the hands in the cauldron.
The
Oh,
2 hands that are.
Please don't put the hands in the cauldron.
Oh yeah, actually.
Oh yeah.
It'll make hands too. And then they'll be like, "You're
Yummy.
arrested for cannibalism," and we're like, "Ah, no."
For you guys, it's not.
It's free real estate.
No, evil.
Anyway, so yeah, y'all head to the town hall to report that you succeeded.
Yes.
All right, as you head to the town hall, the captain is waiting for you all on the first floor. I'm not going to go ahead and just change that map just because I don't feel like it, especially when y'all are probably just going to wander around the city anyway. And they're like, "You're back."
Hello.
And they kind of like
So-
see the y'all dragging this cauldron in, and they're just like,
You don't have to worry about that hag anymore.
She just kind of seems confused. It's like, a hag?
That was seeking the fisherman?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, I think that was the other guy.
Yeah, Ronaldo knew that.
Yeah, I was a hag doing it.
We learned it from a guy named Ronaldo.
Yeah. Yeah, you learned it.
She looks around and just kind of sees that it's just the 4 of you and is like, "And I take it from the fact that the fishermen are no longer..."
Do you want us to retrieve, like, there was a head? We can bring that back.
You didn't take the head, did you?
I did not take the head, but...
Okay.
We will... and she's just like, as you... It's just like very insensitive. She's like, "We will recover what is available for identification and filling the proper burial paperwork."
There's frozen frost giants up there. Or carcasses.
Yeah, they're dead, though.
Yeah,
Ancient
heads
they're
up.
dead.
Yeah.
Still be
Thank
careful,
you
though.
For the warning. A reward is what was promised.
Yes.
Items taken from Zon the Red. I have 2 available for you. She holds out a scroll and a small gray bag, and she goes, "Now, you may only claim 1 as reward. As the other reward, of course, is..." And she looks over at you, Mixus, is like, "that you will be freed of all bond charges."
Thank you.
She nods and just goes, "Which would you all prefer?"
What are they?
"I'm not a mage." She's just very matter-of-factly just like, "What do you want from me here? What's the
Does-
goal of
Well,
this exchange?"
I was just
Does-
asking. I assume if you have all these
Can I
people working here, you
identify
can
them
figure it
by
out.
something?
You can't figure
I
it out.
could identify one of them.
She's like, "I will let you identify both of them to find out which one you want, and from there you can pick, and we'll just take the other one back into custody."
You're
Sounds
lucky. I
good.
love you guys. I'm spending my last 2 spell slots on this.
Pass
Well,
them as a
don't use your
ritual.
spell slots.
I guess I could. Yeah, let's do that. We're
It
gonna
just
be
takes
here.
like 10 minutes.
Yeah, well, 20. Just take 20 minutes.
All right.
I'll
So
do it.
after 20 minutes, you learn that it is a spell scroll, a fireball, and a gray bag of tricks.
Does Mixus want to pick which one? Because didn't the dude have to
It
do with that?
was a great bag of tricks and what?
Spell scroll of fireball.
You're not a wizard, right? So you can't learn. I'll take this spell scroll.
All right. She takes the gray bag of tricks and puts it in her pocket and is like, "Very well. What's the deal with the just gestures to the cauldron?
Oh, it makes food, so we're gonna give it to the Hemlock so they can. They do like charity work, so
Yeah.
figure they know best.
One moment, actually. And she's
Uh-oh.
like, do you
Uh-oh.
mind just waiting here for a quick second?
Oh, okay.
I don't trust that.
Well, yeah,
Neither do I, but
we've been here,
whatever
we've been here
going
for
to
20
do.
minutes. What's 5 minutes more?
And she walks off rather promptly and returns a few moments later with a man beside her. And Lark, you recognize this man immediately as the speaker of Easthaven.
I wave.
This is Daneth Whalen.
Is this your husband?
No.
Okay.
No.
You just didn't murder her,
husband
so.
is far sexier.
Oh. What does this man look like?
Put a token on the map.
Yep. Sorry, I'm looking.
Oh, right. I keep forgetting I have handouts that I can actually share with people. Oh my god. I promise. One of these days, I'll have it in my head.
You're good.
Oh, good.
That's what the man looks like.
Oh.
Oh, fuck this guy.
Loving that widow's peak.
He's so scary.
He looks tired.
He is exceptionally tired. As he walks up to y'all, he is rubbing his eyes, and it's just like, yes, Imdra, I'll take a look at. And he just kind of like sees you all and goes, oh, you didn't tell me they were going to be like right here. And she's like, I told you they had the. He's like, yes, but anyway, hello.
Hello.
I've been informed by Imdra that you have a item that would be of use to Easthaven.
We
Yeah.
do?
The cauldron.
Oh. Yeah.
Very well. May I?
Can we trust this guy?
Is he trustworthy, Walker?
That's what I'm actually scrolling down, and I have like a really long document that I have of like all the NPCs, and I'm trying to find. Oh god, is the Easthaven entry at the very bottom? Yeah, it is. Daneth is trustworthy. He originally was a priest. Specifically, he was a priest of Paylor, who came to Easthaven a long time ago because of like the high level of crime that was taking place here, and the way he took power in Easthaven was actually unique in the sense that like his honesty and humility is what endeared him to the 5 families that run Easthaven, as well as many of the hardened criminals that run the underbelly. And when he gained the speakership for the first time in Easthaven's history, it was by unanimous vote. He has struggled against the criminal influence here in Easthaven, but due to his kindness and just kind of like nature towards good, many of the criminal enterprises that used to operate in Easthaven have gone legitimate. There's a few holdouts. But he looks over the cauldron and turns to you all and just goes, how does it work exactly?
You
Put
put
what
shit
in
in it.
Put food in it. Put food in it. Not shit. Don't put shit.
Yeah, no. You just put food.
I'll do. I don't know.
You can do whatever you. I mean, you gonna pay for it.
He's just sitting there, like, looking you all over as you're just riffing, and he's just, like, waiting for this to essentially stop. So what goes in the cauldron to make it magically produce food.
Liquid. It's like 30 gallons of liquid? No, a gallon of liquid will fill it, I believe.
Which liquid?
I think any.
Is that
What?
true?
No, it is not. I was
Oh.
about to cut in there like really quickly.
Is it blood?
It's
Put
water.
water
It's
in
water.
it, and then
It's
you put
water.
food in it, and it makes food.
Isn't true.
Not even food. It's just water. You just add water, and like food will magically appear in it.
Oh,
It becomes
I'll pour some water in.
You put spices, and it magically creates a stew.
as you
Put some fucking water in there.
as you pour water in it and stir it for a
You
minute,
gotta
it
put some Coca-Cola.
becomes delicious stew, and he just looks over it and goes, "Excellent. This will be incredibly helpful to the people of Easthaven. There are many in the 10 towns that go hungry, and this could be a benefit to all. If we were able to produce this quantity of food, we could spare what rations we have to other towns that are ailing."
Mm-hmm. I think it only works like 3 times a day though, so take that into account.
Right.
Do we know how long the food will last?
Indefinitely. Like it
Oh, okay.
pretty much until it's dumped out. Like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll relay that information.
He looks at it and just pauses and just goes, "I would be willing to pay you for it. 5 gemstones, each valued at 500 gold pieces. I can guarantee you no one in Easthaven will beat that offer, nor would anyone try."
Yeah, I mean that sounds fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take it. That's
Sure.
your name.
Yeah.
Now,
What's your name?
Deneth.
Dennis. Yeah. Don't worry, Dennis.
Now, you all have agreed, but I do want to check one more time, because it will take me some time to call in my debts and acquire these gems. It'll take at least 48 hours.
No. Yeah,
Is-
that's alright.
I think we'll still be here.
Yeah, we can just take a little bit of time to unwind, I guess.
Very well. I shall station the cauldron here and have my men watch over it.
Sounds good.
Okay. Don't go telling people about it. Someone might try and steal it.
I will not.
Okay.
Okay, bye. I guess. Was there somebody else we needed to talk to? No, right? Just the lady and then this guy?
I think that's all for tonight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, see you later.
Thank you very
God,
much.
I want that great bag of tricks so bad.
What? Hey, we got money. You want to go buy one?
That is so true. We do have money. Yes.
I'm gonna introduce you to something called money. It's pretty cool.
What the hell is money? Okay, let's go.
Well, you got a lot to learn.
All right. Is there?
Wait, before we leave, I know you said that guy's trustworthy and he's said all these nice things about it. I don't have a good feeling about him. Can I like insight him really quick to see if he's for real?
Sure.
Damn it. 4.
Something's off.
Something's off with this guy. Okay.
Wants his own men to watch over it? Sus.
Suspicious.
Doesn't want us to watch it?
Doesn't want
Kinda
us to watch. He doesn't trust us? We brought it to... No, I'm just kidding. We leave.
All right. So y'all head back to the Hemlock Manor.
I want to see if I can find anywhere where they sell the a gray bag of tricks or any magic items really.
Okay.
Ooh.
Make me an investigation check.
I want to tag along. That sounds fun.
Can Alex make it instead? And I give advantage?
Absolutely.
What am I doing?
Investigation check.
Oh, okay. I warn you, the dice do not like me today.
I have a +0 to it, so.
Investigation? I have a +0.
Too late. Go.
12.
All right. 12. You do not know where there would be magic items. You do know someone who would know where magic items would be, though.
Lark.
The person who lives here, yeah.
Knock.
Hey, Lark.
Yeah?
Where do we find magic items? Were you following us this whole time?
We were walking back to her house.
Oh yeah, that's right. Do you know where
It's
we
a
can get?
corner of the street. Magic items are in a shop.
Cool.
Are you
Yeah.
sure? No fucking
The
way.
magic shop.
Are we sure?
Do I know which shop it is?
There are no shops in Easthaven that would cater to magic items. There are quite a few different resources and things available in this city. However, magic items are not one of them you would find so easily. Let me make sure this is the right document. 1 second. Yes, this is. Where's Easthaven on here? Yep.
Yeah.
Easthaven is a huge hub for like treasure seekers, frontiersmen, and explorers. It's not necessarily a place for merchants and traders necessarily. Those that do end up settling here typically just run kind of standard shops or imports. They don't necessarily run anything that would nothing that would be something you would find so easily. Although Lark, there is one place you can think of. You're just not sure if it's still open.
I can go check somewhere. Though you might have to go outside of Easthaven to find magic items more easily.
Hmm.
And I'll go see if that place is still open.
Certainly.
Wait, where you going?
Do you bring them along?
I do.
Okay.
I imagine we're getting into some pretty shady business.
Absolutely you are. Mixus, do you accompany your party?
Wait, where the fuck are we going?
Here we're.
Someplace magical.
The
Oh,
black market.
scary. No, I think I'll do some meditation.
All right. Do you want to head back to the Hemlock Manor for your meditation?
I think I'll just pop around the city.
Okay. In that case, I will take you all over here to the hill not too far from the Hemlock Estate.
There's a tree over here.
As Lark leads you up to the hill, there is a obelisk at its center with a message carved across it. Let's see here. The message carved across it is in Elvish, but it basically, for those of you that read Elvish or know it, it simply states, for those we loved, for those we lost, for those that traveled with us, we leave this note for those who shall follow.
Damn, that's poetic.
That's sweet.
Lark, as you begin looking around the 4 large stone coffins that sit around the obelisk, one of them has a set of fresh markings in Thieves' Cant.
Oh, cool, I can read Thieves' Cant.
It says market.
I point to the markings.
As you point, it is still a stone coffin.
I forget the others can't read. Thieves' Cant. Like,
Mhm.
there we go.
What is it?
What?
It's the market.
That's a coffin.
It looks like a scratched up coffin.
Okay.
You telling us to
Oh.
get in?
Yeah.
Whoa.
You get in.
Stone. It's heavy.
What?
I imagine we go through the coffin to get to the market.
Yes, once one of you with a sufficient strength score lifts the lid of the coffin, cough, Electra, you find a tunnel inside the coffin that leads down into the hill and away. So it basically leads down and it kind of curves. I could just go ahead and draw on with a ruler, like kind of where it kind of bends. It kind of bends in this direction.
Electra's picking up the coffin's top and is like, what the fuck? Your family's so goddamn weird.
My family's wonderful. Like you.
Let's go inside.
You're both pretty ladies. Let's go.
Oh, thank you. I'll lead the way in.
All right, you lead the way in. As you head down and into the coffin, even though you all slid the lid aside and left it where it lay, as you trek down the stairs for a little bit, you can almost hear in the distance the sound of the lid being moved back into place.
I don't know about that.
How are we gonna get out?
And when you all have trekked, I'd say about maybe a mile, is when the area opens up widely, and there is just a singular door in front of you, with a man standing guard. They are a large Goliath man clad in all black, like a black gi for martial arts, and kind of like a face mask, and he kind of like looks you all over, and then sees Lark and just nods before pushing the door open, as you all see beyond the doorway a large and thriving underground bazaar.
The black market.
Welcome to the
What the
undermarket.
What the fuck?
How was the fall?
What the fuck?
Okay, guys, be on your best behavior.
You're not my
Yeah.
mom.
That'd be weird. She's so much smaller than you.
That's what I'm saying.
That is what
As you all are just like, yeah, whatever, you're not my mom. Like, the Goliath just narrows his eyes at both of you.
I'm joking.
Hey, what's up,
Right.
Goliath? Cool. I'm Goliath.
He's just,
Does this guy have a name?
you do not know this guy.
Oh.
You just know that he is.
Glenn.
You just know that, given his garb, he is probably a member of the Monastery of Shadowed Paths. And given the tattoos he's got on his arms, he's probably belongs as well to the Church of the Shadowed Ones.
Interesting.
He just kind of nods his head towards the doorway, just like telling y'all to get in.
You go in.
This guy's pretty hot. What's his name?
Oh my god.
I pull out my
Fully
phone.
as I'm walking past him.
He just does not make eye contact with either of y'all, and he just like looks at Lark, and Lark, if a Goliath's eyes could plead, they are basically like, get these fucking people out of here.
What did I do?
I push him in faster.
Oh,
Yeah, we're going.
Yeah, you all head in, and there are quite a few stands and stalls within the undermarket, many that seem to cater to a wide variety of different things. You can hear the sounds of the hustle and bustle. You can smell exotic spices, fine cooked meats, smoke of various aromas wafting through the air, as well as fine rugs and tapestries that seem to kind of like be the framework for which all of these stalls are constructed. There are a wide number of areas you can go and peruse, with everything from spices, food, illegal drugs, weapons, armor, items of strange and wondrous ornamentation, as well as there is a large temple centered at the middle of the undermarket, as well as there is a canal that seems to run through it, almost like it was it leads to two different sewer grates, almost as if it's the sewer passing through the undermarket. And there are small, little dinghies and gondolas docked along the canal.
whoa.
What the fuck? This place rules.
Yeah, what the fuck?
This was under here the whole time?
Yeah, it's a
Good
secret.
damn.
Oh, it's a secret.
It's a
Boy.
secret.
I see.
But you're my friend, so I'll let you guys know about it.
Aw.
Oh, we're your friends. You care
Aw.
about us. Anyway,
Let's
does
go
this look
get
like
you.
anything?
You're getting a bag of tricks.
Yes, that's right. Forgot.
Because you got money.
I got money.
You do.
Can we look, lead us to the one with the craziest magic items?
Lead him to the one for items.
Sure. There are two stands that you can see within your immediate vicinity that you can appraise would contain magic items. One is a kind of run-down looking hovel of drapes, but they all have fine embroidery upon them. And dangling right above the doorframe are strange and occult objects. The other is known as the Gilder Hall. It is the main kind of tent of trade through there, and you know that would definitely carry magic items. With both of these, you're not sure what the quality of the magic items is going to be, just because, again, this is an Easthaven black market, and the likelihood of them carrying anything above an uncommon is highly unlikely. Luckily, I do believe a bag of tricks is uncommon. Let me double check. Bag of Tricks, 5th edition. It is a uncommon wondrous item, yes.
We'll start out with the second one first.
The Gilder Hall?
Yeah.
All right, you head to the Gilder Hall, and out front in these illustrious and kind of nice woven silks and fine furs, you see for Lark of two familiar faces, for everyone else only one, as you see a very familiar Air Genasi woman, and let me go ahead and put people in there.
Oh, that's my fucking boy.
As you see the leader of the monastery, Rashan Zalan, standing there arguing with none other than Sithon, as she... Let me go ahead and pull up her stuff. Where is it? Here we go. She's just like, I have been very patient and very understanding, Sithon, but so long as you continue to use my market, you will pay the protection fees as discussed. And he goes, and I'm telling you, love, that those protection fees are delightful and I would love to pay them. But what pleasure does that really bring me? I mean, I bring such great business here. The Guilder Hall's an establishment. And she goes, whether or not it has been here since this town's founding, the fact that you now inherit it means that you will pay the fees as the previous owner did. He had respect for tradition. But tradition! What has tradition ever done for anybody? Not lined pockets, certainly. She's like, it is about respect for your community. You live here, don't you? And he goes, yes, I do live here. She goes, then you will pay the protection money, or we shall fail to protect you. And what's there to protect me from, love? Everyone loves Sithon. Yes, but if I don't protect you, who's to say that something terrible won't befall you? After all, my monks are very skilled at getting behind doors that were quite thoroughly locked. Not to mention that a prestigious family of assassins does call this place their home. Very well, I can see this discussion isn't going to get us anywhere. I shall go ahead and get you your gold post-haste. Ever the shrewd negotiator. Very well, what was it? 5%? It's 7 now. Right. 7. He heads inside his stall for a quick second. You hear some few things jingling, and he comes out with a silver cup overflowing with gold coins, and he hands it to her, and he goes, that meet my monthly? And she goes, this will cover you for the next few months, but please do not test my generosity again. And she turns and walks away and sees you all there and just goes, enjoying the market?
Just got here.
Absolutely, I am.
Amazing.
Excellent. Well, have a great day, and mind your wallet.
Oh, fuck.
Your wallet is still there.
Oh, thank God. I'm gonna I'll put it in my tits. No one can get it there.
Real. So real. Hang mine around
Alex,
my neck.
I shall hide them in my bosom. No one will go there. People that are committed, we're gonna go.
I'd like to see them fucking try.
Fight 'em.
I'm sure they would try.
No.
Skillfully.
Fuck
so.
around and find out.
But really?
Wow, that was crazy.
He looks over and goes, friends, dear friends, how can good Sithon provide?
You got really raked over the coals there.
You know me, I am nothing in the hands of a strong woman.
This is true. Looking for... What the fuck are we looking for? Grey bag of tricks?
You want a Grey bag of chicks? Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I want a bag of tricks.
Great
You got
bag
any?
of tricks. Let me check my inventory real fast.
And if you don't got one, I know where there is one.
Unfortunately, it seems I am not in a possession of a grey bag of tricks. I do, however, have tan and rust.
I know the difference between them. Hold on, give me a second.
These are the ones with animals in them, right?
Yes.
Looking at
They are
Okay.
the
animals.
differences between.
I can actually do this because Phoebe has one. I just have to open up her sheet.
So a grey bag of tricks produces a weasel, giant rat, badger, boar, panther, giant badger, dire wolf, or giant elk. A rust-colored one produces a rat, owl, mastiff, goat, giant boar, lion, or brown bear. And a tan bag of tricks produces a jackal, ape, baboon, axebeak, black bear, giant weasel, giant hyena, or a tiger.
You probably want to go tan.
Is Tad bear? I kind of like. I like bears.
Well, it's up to you. It's your back.
But what's bear?
You know what they say along the Sword Coast: the customer is always right.
Yeah, that's nice. Hold on. What? I'll get a tan. How much is a tan bag of tricks?
10 bag of tricks.
Yeah.
Well, I like you so very much. It's a simple and measly 200 gold.
Yes. Give it to me.
He hands it over without a fuss.
Yahoo! I'm probably supposed to be like bartering or whatever. I want this so bad.
It's whether you barter or not is none of my business.
Oh, I was talking to my friends, not. Thanks, man.
Anytime.
Okay.
Right, that's your bag.
Is there
What
anything
else
that you
you
guys
got?
want to buy? Yeah. I still got 80 gold.
I
Well, I got more than that.
is there something in particular? Knowing what you want is pretty useful in helping me find if I have it.
What do I want?
What did I get the tan? Do you have anything to make it make spells better?
Anything that makes spells better.
Yeah, like a. Do clerics get like fancy holy symbols that make the spells stronger?
I could certainly check if I have anything like that.
Do they? I don't know.
You're a cleric?
I am.
Would like to remind that magic item stock is going to be limited.
Oh, how come?
Well, it might just have something to do with the eternal winter making travel by sea very, very difficult.
I was just asking.
I was answering. I wasn't being. I know it sounded like I was being an ass, but I was.
Yeah, I can never
answering.
tell. I can never really tell.
Oh, it's part of my charm.
This is true. You are very charming.
Oh, thank you, love. Let's see. What do I have? Sadly, I don't think I have anything for a cleric. I do have an arcane grimoire for a wizard. Sadly, I don't think it would do you much good.
Yeah, a wizard died.
What?
A wizard died.
No, he didn't.
No, I know. He doesn't know that though.
Oh.
I was making a joke for us.
I never met your wizard. I don't know anything.
No.
How could you do him like that?
Oh yeah, but it's funny. It's so funny. You know how death is hilarious.
Oh, absolutely.
She stares at you.
No, not funny. Only to me.
100%. No, it's hilarious.
Hell yeah, this guy gets it. What's his name again?
Still
Sit on.
staring at you.
Especially great if it doesn't happen to you.
Is this true? Scython. Yeah, Scython knows what's up.
I am familiar with what is up.
But do you know what's down?
The ice, darling.
Sure.
Fucking rules. Fucking love this dude. Anyways, Lark, is there anything you want to get? Oh god, she's died.
Oh
Lark,
no.
wake up.
She's basing again.
She's spacing.
Shake her.
Grabs leg, shakes her a little bit.
I think Inu actually did have to go ahead. Over there.
Nothing in particular.
Nothing. All right, we'll leave then. How do we leave?
You can either go out the way you came, you can take the canal, you can just walk in any direction.
Oh, but which is most fun though? Siphon.
The well.
I'll go the well.
The whale. No, wait, what's the whale?
It's a well.
We have to climb up out of it.
Well, it's a pulley system, but yes.
No, I know. Just yeah, let's go.
Y'all head to the well?
Yes.
Alright, as you ascend from the undermarket. You are freed from its constraints and now in possession of one bag of tricks.
Fuck
Is this a
yeah.
wishing well?
There's only one way to find out.
I guess you could
Wait,
do it.
that's
You know what?
Wait, that's so
I'll-
true. At the bottom there would be glass, right? Nope.
You know
Coin?
what? I'll do it. I'll
So,
eat a gold coin and I'll make a wish.
DM me what you wish for.
Alright, I only did this because it brings my number down to 69.
Oh my god, so true.
Alright,
I throw in
where are
11.
you in my DMs? You're down there.
Yeah, I'm pretty far down there.
What you doing down there?
I don't know. I
Stormtroopers.
don't talk to people.
That's fair. What do I wish for? I'll
I
get
do-
back
I-
to you
I-
on
I
that.
do homework and then I remember that D&D has to happen and then I message people.
Real.
That's fair. I'll DM once I think of something.
Also, I've been really deep into Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. Like, I've been fucking totes deep. I got 6 badges right now and I started like maybe 72 hours ago.
Damn, I just got a Pokemon plushie a bit ago.
Speed run. It's not really a speed run. That's actually pretty shitty. 72 hours for 6 badges. Pfft. Shame. Yeah,
I'm gonna
we'll
throw
go
down
ahead
2 of these.
and scale away from that. And you said Mixus would be walking around and doing their meditation, Leo?
Yes.
Is there anything in particular that's on the focus of their mind?
I think because she did some reminiscing today with Alex, I think she's probably thinking a lot about Alex's wife, to be honest. In like that weird sort of mother way. But yeah, I think she's just, I don't know. I think she's just sort of looking around. Maybe like in a weird way, like half looking for Alex's wife, just because I think that intrigues her.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Make me a perception check.
Let's find him. Alright, Google. Don't fail me now. Okay, I have to reload because it fucking. Okay, cool, thanks. Oh shit, that's a 24.
Okay. As you walk through the streets, reminiscing and looking for Alex's wife, just kind of keeping a cursory eye out, kind of looking and half looking, you don't spy anyone that fits the description of Alex's wife. However, one thing you do notice is someone you've seen who's been in the background of a lot of your interactions at the town hall. And what catches your eye about them is that in the kind of like town hall, they seemed mousy and kind of like bookish, just kind of like peering around corners and creeping, just kind of like keeping a weather eye on people but away from people, and kind of like keeping a book between them and anyone, like it was a shield to hold back people. But here you see them moving through the town streets, and they are assured and self-aware. And for the first time ever, you don't see a book in their possession.
Huh. You didn't give me a name, right?
No, you never caught their name. But you did notice them as someone always kind of in the periphery. But what catches your attention now is the fact that this person seems very self-determined.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
I would like to cross paths with them, but like not like walking towards them, but like doing that thing that's like I'm gonna walk past this person, but then as I'm about to walk past them, oh no, I dropped my I I dropped my rations everywhere. Oh no.
So kind of that thing where like you bump into them and you spill a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, classic high school movie.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
How tall are they? Hold on.
They're about like a little taller than Lark, a little shorter than Alex.
I was like a little child. Okay, cool. No, okay.
I mean, they're like between like
Um,
5 foot something and 6 foot.
mm. Oh, I forgot that Lark is not like 4 feet tall. Uh. Okay, this is funny. Yeah. Would you want me to roll?
Um, let's call it a, for the sake of this, sleight of hand. As when you bump into them, it's not going to cause anything to drop their stuff and yours, but it will be a sleight of hand to try and take some of their stuff without being noticed. If that is your intention.
No, I don't want to take their stuff. I just want to basically give myself a reason to talk to them.
Okay, then yeah, then it wouldn't be anything. It just kind of happens. You just bump into them and you spill your stuff, and like as you like bend down, you're like, oh no, my rations. Like they grab like maybe 2 or 3 and hand them to you, but it seems like they seem like they're in a hurry.
I go, oh, I'm so sorry. I always do this. I'm getting a little old.
I completely understand myself. I tend to bumble things up myself. I'm so sorry. That probably wasn't the right choice of words. I've been offensive.
Oh no, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Where are you heading?
I'm just back home. You know, it's Easthaven. Streets aren't really safe.
Yeah. Do you need? You look a little stressed. Do you need help?
No. I know my own way home. I just was heading there expediently.
Well, don't let me keep you.
You have a lovely evening, and they just kind of hurry off.
I follow them.
All right, roll me a stealth check.
I'm the wrong person to be doing this. I gotta make an optimized character one of these days. I can do everything I want to do. Let's see. That's a -1 to stealth. Let's find out what that's gonna give me.
By the way, I will go ahead and introduce everyone.
That is a 14.
14. Let's see what their perception is. Okay. As far as you know, they have not noticed you.
Okay.
You tail them for a good bit. Not terribly far. Maybe 2 blocks from City Hall, and during that time, they switch paths a good bit, just to make sure that like if they were being tailed, it seems they would shake whoever it was, but you're far more persistent than that. And when they think that they've lost anyone who could be tailing them, they do a quick double take before stepping into an alley quickly. And watching from the outside, you see them pull something from their coat pocket and begin whispering something. If you would like to make a perception check to make out what you can.
Absolutely.
Certainly.
Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs. Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs. 22.
Yeah, absolutely. You are able to make out most of the message. The first bit seems a little hushed, but the rest of the message is easy to catch from here with someone of your trained and honed senses. She says, The speaker has acquired a cauldron of plenty, which shall be used to feed the people of Easthaven. This charitable act serves no profit for us, and if it were to be taken elsewhere, it could be far more beneficial in securing the alliances we need. This is Prudence Tarkwold signing off. And she releases whatever was in her hands, and you watch as one of the flying snakes that you recognize from the Zentarum agent who tried to corner y'all in Bryn Shander flies away.
So, to summarize what she said, she's basically saying they want to bring the cauldron somewhere else. Is that what that was?
They want to bring the cauldron somewhere else.
Okay. Can I, if I watch the snake, can I get an idea of its trajectory?
Make a survival check.
Okay. That's 19 plus 5.
19 plus 5. With a 24, you get kind of a sense of its trajectory. Now, also, since you all did let the other flying snake go, as well as that member of the Zentarim, and told him to go join the caravan, you notice that the snake was flying off in the direction from Bryn Shander to the northwest, which the towns in that general vicinity would be Targos and Bremen. This snake seems to be heading in the same direction.
Does Lily she's gonna stay here?
She seems to wait for a little bit, and makes another quick glance around. Maybe another stealth check.
No. Nice. Fucking nice. Oh, okay, that's a 10.
Cool deal. She walks towards the opposite end of the alleyway, away from where you are, and then takes a quick right, and is gone from your sight.
We let that other snake go, right?
Mm-hmm. The other snake you let go was heading towards Bremen or Targos, and this one seems to be heading in the same direction. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought y'all. I don't think Rat ate the. Oh wait, no, never mind. I apologize. Rat didn't eat the snake. Their rats did.
No, yeah, I killed it.
Yeah, you snapped its neck, and then like the rats ate it. So never mind. This one is heading in the direction of. Damn! Now I let too much slip. This one is heading in the direction of the East Way. Which...
She's that good. She's just that good.
Yeah, it's just that good. You know what? Yeah, you're like no with the wind trail and its scale patterns and the migratory flows of an African versus European swallow.
Yeah, village. I know what I'm doing. Okay. Noted. Well, someone write that down.
Yeah, Bremen or Targos.
I will keep that in mind. I'm gonna keep following Mousy Person if I can.
Sure thing.
I want to see where they're staying for the night, if they're staying here.
You follow them, and true to their word, they head to their house, which is right here.
Okay. Ping it again?
Yeah, it's right over here. This oddly shaped building.
Cool. No.
All right.
Okay. I will return.
All right. I will bring everyone over to the Hemlock Manor.
So Targus is what we're looking at. Okay.
More than likely, that seems to be the center of illicit activity.
Before Lark goes back, can I go sneak a peek at my husband's house?
Hmm?
Just want to see if there's any like activity there or signs of life.
Yeah, sure thing. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Do you go by yourself? Do you want advantage?
She wouldn't stop you if you wanted to come in.
Electra fully is following you, thinking that they're going back to the Hemlock.
With a natural 20. As you peer inside the Visham estate, everything is calm and still here. You look across it, and it looks like the shrubberies are being maintained, but there are no servants that can be seen in sight. The drapes are drawn tight, and no light seems to escape from within the house to the outside. You creep around the full perimeter to make sure that you are not missing a single thing. And as you creep around the back, near where Ariok and their mother used to live, you see a faint light lit in the kitchen. The dining room. As it seems a small sliver of light is escaping through otherwise drawn curtains. And as you peer inside, you see at the table the Lord and Lady Visham, as well as their son Zara, and at his feet, lying on the ground with his boot on their head, is Ariok. And I will show both to everybody. There's Ariok, or Ariok. And this is Zara Visham. And I will say you are able to catch the bit of conversation that is happening inside. As the parents are sitting there dining quietly, and Ariok is making... You can see that they are, like, alive, like, they're breathing, but they are making no noise. Zara is just carefully and meticulously cutting up his food before eating it so elegantly. And you watch as, like, his mother begins to, like, tense and flinch. And he slams his knife into the table and just goes, "If you have something to say, Mother, please, don't hesitate. Say it." She goes, "Zara, I really believe that this obsession, you would call it obsession, you who know nothing of love." And she goes, "Zara, please." He goes, "I'm not done talking. Remind me again what you said when I was 5 years old. 5 years old in Father's study. What did you say?" "Please, we don't have to do this." "That's not what you said. That's not what you said. What did you say?" "Burying your father was the best investment I ever made." "There it is. Don't you dare fucking lecture me on love, you shallow, heartless woman. You don't get to call what I and Lark get out. And she goes, Zara, please get out. And she rises cautiously and fearfully before moving out of the room. And he just turns and goes, can you believe her, father? Can you believe this woman you've married? And he just is eating silently and just is not looking at his son. And it's just like, yes, of course, father. Yes, of course. I can't believe it either. Please, take mother's portion. I believe you've earned some extra. After all, you've had to deal with her insufferably. And he just kind of like nods slowly, as if afraid to make any gesture of emotion, and cautiously takes the plate before scraping the food onto his own. And as he scrapes the plate, Zara like seems to kind of twitch or like flinch at the sound of like the knife on the plate, and it's just like just get it off. And he claps twice, and a servant comes in and grabs the plate and leaves quickly. And Zara's just like, could use a little entertainment with dinner. And as he says this, he drives the heel of his boot into Ariak's shoulder, and they yelp. And he just kind of grins and is just like, better. And goes back to eating his food.
Lark's gonna back away from the window. And just go against the wall, catch your breath, and then she's probably paler than ever, and she's already considerably pale as it is.
Yes, I know. It's terrible. Bark.
I think they're fans of him.
Is there anything else you decided to do, Lark?
I think I have a crossbow.
I'm sorry?
I'm checking to see if I have a crossbow. I want to shoot him, but I don't think I have it. I do not. So, nothing there.
Sadly not.
Just step away from the window, feeling horrible.
Do you head back to the Hemlock Estate?
I'll go back eventually. Yeah, but I think I linger around. It takes a lot. I imagine for like the pincer cells night, it's not quite ready to go in there yet.
Gotcha. Well, I will say that when Lark is finally able to pry herself away from the house, and they and Electra trudge through the snow back to the Hemlock Estate, the warmth of the house is little comfort for the chilling events you have witnessed here tonight. And as you drift to sleep, the memories stick with you, and a conviction begins to form within yourself. Something must be done. And that is where we're going to go ahead and end tonight's session. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I have been your Dungeon Master, WarpManiac. As always, the real stars of my show are my ever-present role players. We have Leo as Mixus, who is currently BRB. We have Inu as Lark Hemlock.
Howdy.
We have Kaito as Electra.
We gotta kill that guy.
And Nyla as Alex.
Whoa! Why'd you do that?
All right. We look forward to seeing you in the next session have a great night, everyone.